Woohoo. We need to figure out a way to do our PNGs on other screens because it gets a bit... It's fine, it's whatever. Anyways, hey everyone, I'm Hal.
I'm Mal.
And we are Hal Mal Productions.
Hello.
I feel like it's been a while. We didn't stream last week. I don't know why we didn't. I think it was just like we had a lot going on. And like just a lot of homework. Oh, congrats on being first, DJ. How are you doing? How are you doing?
The firsts.
I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Our spring break is next week. Not this week, not like the coming week. It's next week. Love the new video. Ah, so you saw it.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on it. I did all the editing.
I did all the assets mostly.
Hi, Egg. Oh,
Egg.
How are you doing?
Egg. Hello.
How do we?
You didn't open your bot.
No, I didn't. I'll do that. Great job on the editing.
Always.
Thank you. Oh, I have to update it. Are you serious?
Oh my god. How dare you? Should have done this before the stream, Hal.
Okay. I know I should have. Hi, Freddie. How are you doing? How's everyone? I hope you're all well. Like I
I'm doing
said,
pretty well.
our spring break is coming up next week. The 26th, I guess. It's this weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend, I guess. I'm really bad at explaining this. Meaning we're not gonna stream the 18th or the 25th because, well, we're gonna be home and we're not gonna have our streaming stuff, but this week we are. Sleepy as always. Gouda, how art thou? I'm good, just recovering from a slight hangover after partying last night. I see. Well, I'm glad you're all doing good. And sleepy. Man, like, these past couple weeks, I've just been so dead tired. But I think I'm finally starting to wake up. I had, what's it called? I do, like, this thing called Saturday Art where I, like, am assistant teacher for, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th graders. And they, okay, children are always, they will say things you would never expect in your entire life. We were doing these little clay monsters there, making clay monsters with like Sculpey clay, okay, polymer clay, and after the class, we were like, oh, what'd you all learn today? And one girl raised her hand and she said, without missing a beat, death is closer than we all think. And I was like, what do you mean that's what you learned today in the class? How did you learn that? And she said, the clay spoke to me. Never in my life would I think that she would just, they're weird. I think that woke me up today. So I'm kind of awake, so. But, also, DJ was talking about it earlier, but in case you guys haven't seen it, we made a YouTube video. Isn't that wild? I linked it. And I would really appreciate it if y'all watched it, because I spent a lot of time on it. It is, I know, on another level, I'm like, are you okay? But, I spent a lot of time on it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's our Don't Starve stream that was streamed like a month ago. I edited it down to like 11 minutes and tried to make it funny. So I hope it was funny.
I think it was pretty funny. I like it.
And Mal made a really cool thumbnail.
I did. It's awesome.
But yes, so
speaking of which, what am I doing right now?
Yes, you're drawing. So we're drawing a D&D character, your D&D character.
Yes, this is my character.
Because, I don't know if you guys know, if you were there, Veins of the Past ended, so it finished, and now we're starting a new one called Elements of War.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think it's a prequel to Gears of Magic and Veins of the Past.
The first campaign we ever did.
Yes, so we played Gears of Magic, and that was our first campaign. I loved it. And then we played Veins of Past. I also loved it. That was a sequel to Gears of Magic. And now we're playing the prequel to Gears of Magic, Elements of War. All done by Ace. He DMs. He's DMing again. I would like to make a session at some point. I've been having ideas recently, like lots of ideas. So we'll see. But if you're noticing, obviously this isn't a very different style, isn't it?
Yes, this is a very different style.
This doesn't look very cartoony at all. Zoom out more so everyone can see. Look at... She is so pretty. Oh my god. Look at her muscles. Ugh, just So, who is this?
This is Eris, my D&D character, and you get to know nothing else about her.
Yes, it's a secret. Secret. I think you're keeping your class secret too, aren't you?
Yes, I'm keeping my class secret. Obviously you can tell she's a satyr, but that's all you get to know.
And she's in a different style than usual because you are trying a different style out.
Yeah, just because I want to, honestly.
Don't worry, we're not getting rid of the cartoon style. I think for the PNGs in D&D, we're gonna do the cartoon style just because it's faster, and also I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's faster, it's easier, and it's cute.
And for the most part, we're still gonna stick with the cartoon style. But for the longest time, you've wanted to have a slightly more anime style.
Just so that I can, like, you know, use it.
Yeah.
If I ever need to draw in an anime style, which, you know, you might need to do a lot as a VTuber.
Mm-hmm. And, well, I mean, our opinion on style, I know, like, some artists, like, are very, like, protective of their styles. I wouldn't necessarily say you are.
No, not really.
No. We both kind of are just, like, I mean, a style is how you draw things, and you can change how you draw things.
It's just a collection of little habits that you've developed.
And you can change the habits to better fit something. Because I don't think the cartoon style works super well when you're trying to do something, like, serious. It can sometimes work. And sometimes the juxtaposition between, like, a really cutesy style and a more serious, like, topic, like, works, right?
Yeah. But not always.
And I don't know if you can tell what the inspiration for the style is, but it's kind of Avatar, The Last Airbender style-ish.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I based it off of anyway. It probably didn't fully commit to that, but that's what I was trying to do.
I think it looks really good because, well, one of the, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but I really like how Avatar had noses, you know?
Yeah.
And, like,
anime doesn't have noses most of the time. They have little lines.
Which, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I really like how, like, expressive and different, like, you can do noses with characters.
Mm-hmm.
Noses are great. Yeah, like, you can be so expressive with a nose by, like, scrunching it up and just, like, steam out the nose, like, huffing, puffing, you know? And, like, they can make the face look so different. So, if you want to avoid same face syndrome, it really helps.
Noses.
Yeah, noses. We have noses in the cartoon style. We have shapes. So you wanted to draw actual noses.
Yeah. Just to prove I can, honestly. A lot of doing this is just to prove I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Having multiple styles. I know you wanted another style as well that's, like, kind of in between. Hi, Luna. Thank you for the hydrate. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, I'm really excited about this next campaign. Why? Oh, I swear, nothing's working anymore. I need to, like, redo my bot entirely because nothing's working anymore, but whatever. I'll fix that later. Speaking of D&D, Mal is in a class. You tell this story.
Oh, yeah. So I'm in a class where basically, sorry. I have to, like, just make a bunch of, like, website things with specific features so that I can prove I know how to code it. Essentially, that's the class. And for this project that is coming up, I have to basically make like a social media profile site with like a bunch of like input values and stuff, so that I can like, so that the person using it can like decide what it appears on the site, right?
Basically a social media.
Yes.
That's what that means. For those of you confused, because that confused me. A social media thing.
Okay. Anyway.
Where you can do posts and whatever.
But we were basically told to make like the site based off of like a really niche interest. So I chose D&D homebrew. And so I'm making a site that's basically for people who make D&D homebrew content to connect with each other and be friends.
And I think it's like $1 million idea.
Yeah.
Are you actually making it? Like
no.
No. Okay. I didn't think so. I thought it was just like designing the idea.
Yeah, it's an idea for a thing.
You're never good at web dev? Interesting. See, the thing I thought was interesting about it, so it's like everyone has their own like page where they post and make their homebrew, and then the idea is people can like follow it so that people can just like, the whole point of homebrew was like in this website is to just share content completely freely. Like, hey, there's this cool idea I have. Wow, I like your idea. I'm gonna use it in my campaign.
Or like people can also like play test ideas together.
Yeah, and like they can
like, you know, suggest changes to certain homebrew things. It's cool.
And then there's also like the section you were going to have for people like making maps and art, and there's like different categories for homebrew, such as like bosses, spells, classes, things like that. And then people can playtest, and what would be really cool, which this probably wouldn't happen, but because of copyright issues, but it would be like integration with something like Roll20 or just anything like that, where you can just like add it to your campaign just seamlessly. So it will be in a compendium, and it will have all the things set up, and it will be coded correctly. That would be awesome. And
probably won't work.
No, but I'm shocked it doesn't exist. Like, maybe it does, and we just don't know about it. But like, it seems really cool in my opinion. I think it's $1 million idea. Oh, so something else that kind of happened recently was, we were just going through, we were talking about, we want to do comics again. There's been a comic that we've been wanting, it's actually the entire reason we started streaming was because we wanted to make comics, and then we just haven't done it. We wanted like an excuse to be able to like draw for long periods of time. And that's why we have productions in our name, by the way. Because we want to make different animations and different comics and stuff like that. Our original idea for a comic was something we called Weird Witches, which is about, it's really similar to the Owl House, now that that's come out, but Owl House did not exist when this existed.
Yeah, we made this idea back in like 2018 or something.
When I was watching Owl House, I was like, is this my show? Like, I was so confused. I was like, this is, like, the first episode was like dead on, almost exact.
Yeah, I know.
I was shocked.
Crazy.
Now, as the show went on, very different shows. But I actually wonder if it's just like okay, because Donna Terrace and Luce in the show, the whole thing is like, oh yeah, making up like little ideas and OCs, and it's all about magic and witches and stuff. So I'm just sort of like, did I not have a unique experience coming up with this idea? Like, does everyone just have little witches in their head? Like, I don't know.
Does everyone just have little witches in their head?
Well, I mean, do they? Because apparently the idea was similar. But it's about this girl. Her name is Caitlin. And she's a half-witch. Her mom was a witch, and that's really inspired by Steven Universe as well. Her mom was a witch who is gone. I know, right? And then her dad is a human, and he is a sweetheart, and I love him, and he's probably my favorite character.
I love him too. He's the best.
Hello, Cosmic Ninja. How you doing? What did you say?
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel is nice. And then she goes to the witching world to learn how to do magic because her magic's very out of control and it's kind of harmful because she keeps accidentally hurting people. She doesn't know how to control it. Not necessarily hurting people, kind of hurting people. It's not on purpose. It's not super dangerous. It's just silly. Oh my god, it sounds like another thing. Ojimojo... Doremi? I haven't seen that. Like the drawing, by the way? Thank you. Mal's the one drawing. I'm the one talking. I'm Hal.
I know. You can't tell which one of us is which
I know.
because you can't see our mouths open when we talk.
It's because we're using the same mic, but whatever.
I'm the one on the right.
And I'm the one left. Also, our voices sound kind of similar, so even more confusing.
Oops.
But, it's great, but you may have to sail the high seas to watch it since nobody owns the rights to it at the moment. Ugh.
Ugh.
Isn't that the
Sail
case?
the high seas.
Isn't that the case with Infinity Train as well?
Yeah, I
Dude.
think so.
Infinity Train is one of my favorite cartoons in the universe, and I demand that everyone watches it. It was on, what, HBO?
Yeah, HBO
And then
Max.
HBO Max was like, let's get rid of, like, all our cartoons. And now Infinity Train is, like, nowhere. Which is the worst and really, really sad. But it's really good, I promise.
It's literally, like, perfect.
I love it so much. And it's so fast-paced, but it doesn't feel like it. 4Kids had a dub many years ago, and they uploaded all the episodes to their YouTube channel, but I don't know if that's still up or not. Let's see.
I mean, 4Kids has a history of completely changing things in their dubs, don't they?
I still haven't moved past the 3rd episode for Infinity Train. I know, but listen, it's so good. It's fine if you don't watch it because I do have I have this like campaign in my head that I need to like. We were talking about this. Me and Mal would double DM, and I mean, it's not entirely inspired by Infinity Train. In fact, it's very loosely. There's just one thing in particular that I'm like, I'm taking it from Infinity Train. It's the 2nd season. I love it so much. Ugh.
Oh man, the 2nd season... the 2nd season made me realize I was trans. Literally.
It's so good, man. Oh, I was talking about how we found old art.
Oh yeah.
I got so distracted.
Because we were talking about Wayward Witches.
Yeah. They Americanized it and toned down some of the deeper subjects of the original. No! I hate that. But, I can't believe that they can just do that. It sounds like not right, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Strange. But, we did, like, a couple pages for Wayward Witches, like, years ago. Like, literally, you were in 7th grade. I was in 9th? Like,
Yeah.
It was an insanely long time ago. I feel like we were both in high school.
No,
No.
well, we started it when I was in 7th grade. And then I think the ones that, like, we ended up keeping, the ones that are on my tablet, I made in high school.
Oh, okay. I have this really distinct memory when it was April Fool's and you told me that you didn't want to make the comic anymore and you absolutely hated the way I wrote it or something like that. And I think I literally burst out into tears.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
Okay, but I have a whole bunch of old Mal art right here.
Oh boy.
And I have old Weird Witches thumbnails, and they are so good! Thumbnails, if you are ever in a, like, sad, bad mood, I recommend that you go to any show you love and look up thumbnails of that show. They are almost always funny, because they're just, like, drawings that you have to make in, like, less than a minute. So they're very, like, simple, doodly styles. Some thumbnails are, like, god tier, and it's crazy. Not these thumbnails. These thumbnails are very goofy. right? And I love them so much. I'm trying to figure out a way to show everyone. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I am... Okay, we're gonna try... I'm gonna try this, let's see. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Well, it sort of is. Let me just... Boop. Doop. Okay. Very messy, but... all the episodes. Okay. Whoops! Okay. No! Ugh. Oh, wait, no, there they are. This is so goofy looking.
Okay, yeah.
So, you actually started drawing over it.
Yeah,
But-
I drew over it because I wanted to change the layout of a lot of the pages.
It starts with her, she got expelled. So these bright pink ones are like actually kind of newer. It
Yeah.
really is like in the show, they're literally called witch apprentices. Okay.
So I guess we're right. It's everyone's idea.
Sorry, Hal. I'm not trying to burst your bubble. I just love the similarities. It's fine. Like, I wrote this when I was, like, really young. But, she got expelled from school. And the reason why, is on your tablet, actually. She accidentally, fireballed, like, the football field because she tried cheerleading for the first time and it didn't go well. Here's actually the flashback right here. Those are supposed to be pom-poms on fire. Hello, Nameless. How are you doing? But yeah, these are supposed to be pom-poms on fire. See how it goes? Ah! And then this is fire. Oh wait, Mal isn't here. They are. I'm just covering them up. There they are. We're just looking at really old art. Oh, no, this is a compilation, actually. The first one is... Okay. This one is Pom-Poms on Fire. Can you see my cursor, actually? Hold on. Yeah, you can. Okay. These are Pom-Poms on Fire. Poor Mal got covered.
Yeah, I'm still here.
These are Pom-Poms on Fire. This one was like a camera day. See, this is a camera. This
Oh yeah.
episode has the main character using time-stopping magic to help a boy she has a crush on win a soccer game. Ooh, interesting.
Oh yeah, so she's say cheese.
And then she turned
cheese!
everyone's heads to cheese. I don't know if you can tell. And then this one, they had to dissect frogs. This is a dead frog. And she was all sad. And she poked it and brought it back to life. And then all the frogs are jumping out the window. Which is identical, almost, to something that happens in the Owl House. They're supposed to, like, dissect snakes or something. And she starts waving around dead snakes.
Well,
Or no.
no, this was for her book project. She brought snakes for her book project to
Oh.
talk about freaking Azura.
Whatever the case, it was very similar. And then, I don't remember what they're talking about here. I think he's like, he's like, I have an idea. Why don't you go to the witch world? You gotta be very careful. They don't like half witches. You could probably die. And she's like, okay. Later, she's asleep. He looks, closes the door, goes to, like, feather acquired, write a letter to, this is a witch named Alanis. And then she gets accepted. He's showing her. That's that. And then the next one is her going, basically. He's like telling her what to do. They're reading the letter and they're like, what? I'm so confused. But then they flip it on the back and there's instructions on how to get there. They have to do a magic circle to catch it on fire. A portal opens up and she leaves and he's all sad because, well, she's growing up too fast, you know? Real sad. Okay, let me find the next one. I just think they look funny, but they get goofier as time goes on. Because you do slightly more details.
Yeah, I do. It's really funny. I love it so much. You have no idea. Words cannot express.
Okay. You've been sick the whole day? Oh no! What are you sick with? I hope it's nothing like terrible. Cause I hate being sick. She came through the portal, and then she goes, whoa! And there's two witches that look really cool, Alanis and Manahem. And they're just like, she calls herself a witch! What the hell is she wearing? Like, they're kind of making fun of her. I mean, Alanis is making fun of her. Manahem's cool. Alanis is a little bit... So they're very inspired by Steven Universe. Alanis is a lot like Pearl, and then Manahem's a lot like Amethyst. So, like, the one that's, like, super stuck up and the one that is, like, super, like, not stuck up. They have very different ways of teaching, and they have to learn how to kind of merge their ways to help her. They basically travel around a ton. Manahem lives in a tree trunk like this, and Alanis lives in a house, and they hate each other. They, like, hate each other. But, yeah. Hello?
Bruh, can't preview the file.
It will figure itself out, okay? It just takes some time. But, yeah. It was just really funny, and I'm glad we found these. I would write them completely differently now. So, and you draw them differently now as well.
Yeah. But it was so fun to find them. I was procrastinating my homework and looking through a bunch of my Google Drive files.
We also have other old art, which is kind of funny to look at because it's... Well, it shows just how much you've improved. Like, it's wild to me. And, well, some of the things I'll look back on, we all hate each other equally, then there's no discrimination. I guess. Like, this one looks so... This is Suichi Sahara.
Oh my god, no!
Like,
that one's just embarrassing.
This one, so you can see how much you've improved, like, your, especially bodies. He has, like, horse feet a little bit, kinda. And then, like, the arms are, like, spaghetti arms. So, but now you can, like, you can draw bodies really well. And you got better at it as time went on. Like, this one's old, but this one looks pretty good. This is a plant girl. Whoa. Whoops. She's a plant girl. Oops, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Stop. Hooves. But this one looks really good. Like, considering how long ago it was? Oh my god, like, you were a freshman in high school, I think.
No, I think it was the summer before my freshman year in high school.
Oh, okay. So, you weren't even in high school, and you were drawing like that? Jeez. Look at this. This is Mikan. This is not cropped super well. I can't really show you. Like, okay. Whatever. The thing is, you weren't very good at drawing, like, boobs. Like, they look a little strange. I think it's mostly your shading, actually, that's throwing it off. But yeah, also Danganronpa was just... You were obsessed with Danganronpa. I'm still...
Jesus, I don't want to go back into that obsession, please. I literally had to claw my way out of that fandom on my hands and knees.
Also, look. This is our old logo. So, because we were planning on, like, making Weird Witches, which is a comic about witches, our logo was gonna be a witch hat. But then, now it's not, so. Used to be into Danganronpa during college. Listen, okay, like, I say I'm not, but I also kind of still, like, when I think back to it a little, I'm like, like, I loved it, but it's such mixed feelings. Like, I have such mixed feelings. Like, I don't think Danganronpa is very good. And some of the characters I absolutely despise. But then some of the characters, they just have, I have a soft spot for them that I can never justify or, like, make sense of. It's terrible. Started playing the second one, but it ended up in my backlog. I didn't like the second game.
The second one sucks.
See, that's a huge, like, people disagree with me. I think generally people like the second game the most.
No, the second game was literally the worst.
No, but like generally.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but like I disagree with those people.
It's
I
my
think
least favorite game. I didn't like any of the characters really, and the characters that I did like, I just kind of like bared. But V3, which is the last game, is my absolute favorite. Who are your favorites? Kokichi was my favorite. He was in V3. He's the ultimate supreme leader, and he's like a compulsive liar. And I loved him. He was my favorite. He was just a little guy, you know?
Just a little guy. He was a little evil supreme leader.
I liked like all the characters in V3. I liked Gonta, I liked Kaito, I liked Suichi, Kaede. Yeah, I can't name a single character I didn't really like in V3. Except for like Kurikyo. But that's because he was just...
He had the worst motive in history.
He's a gremlin, so it makes sense. What do you mean it makes sense? Are you saying I'm a gremlin? You're probably right, but... I really like your character's backstory. I know Mal's backstory for their character.
Yeah.
Her name is Eris, and she is a satyr, and she's really pretty. She's probably my favorite, along with Mahiru and Aoi. I do like Aoi. Mahiru was okay. Like, I could bear her, but I didn't love her.
Genuinely, in the first game, I liked Makoto. He's
the
my
first
favorite. Game? Yeah. And then my favorite in the V3 is Shuichi.
I like... In Trigger Happy Havoc, I think Chihiro is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I like Chihiro.
Are you making them the same size?
Yeah, I've decided on it.
I like Chihiro. I like Aoi. Sakura. I like Toko, but not in the first game. I like her in Despair Girls.
Okay, when I first watched someone play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, I was actually obsessed with Toko. I really liked her design. I thought she was really pretty, and I liked that she had a split personality with a serial killer. I thought that was really cool. And I literally had no other reason because I was too young to understand her character.
I guess that's true. I noticed this is weirdly... Okay, why were there so many young people that played Danganronpa? Us included. I think we started playing it when we were like... in... like 12? Like, I feel like we were young.
Yeah. It was not good.
Toko grew on me after a while, but then Ultra Despair Girls kind of ruined her for me.
Really?
Wow.
I loved Ultra Despair Girls, what Toko's character, how it developed. It was good.
I liked... Well... I didn't like the flashes in Ultra Despair Girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that's like... You don't pay attention to those. Those are just like in-between chapters.
I like that she had a friend for the first time.
Yeah, I know! Her whole relationship with Komaru was like really sweet. Then I actually did have a reason to like Toko. I was really happy that Toko was a character in Ultra Despair Girls because I was like a simp.
Personality just became thirsty. Okay, but Leon, what? I mean, I
died in the very first chapter.
I don't know enough about him to like have an opinion on him. He's just kind of there. I mean, appearance-wise, I like his hair.
Okay.
I like
There's
his
a character that I did not appreciate at all when I first watched or played Danganronpa, and that's Yasuhiro Hagakure. I actually really like him now.
But you didn't like him at first?
No, I didn't. But when I played it again, like after a really long time, I was like, oh my god, he's actually so sweet. He's trying his best.
It is really sweet that he, when, what's his face? I'm the loud one, the school person. What's his name? Kiyotaka?
Yeah, Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
Yeah. He, when he started getting all like sad and stuff, like Hagakure tried like stepping up and being like, yeah, we all gotta like, follow the rules, guys. Like, come on, like, it's really cute. Ah. Oh my gosh. Taka, my boy! I do love Taka. My friend, sorry, this is super off topic, but it's just something that, me and Mal, we went to go like eat dinner or whatever at like a dining hall. And as I was walking back, I ran into like one of my friends, her name's Emily, and she was like, Hal! And I was like, oh, hi, what's up? And she's like, I need to talk to you. And her face got all serious. And I was like, oh, what? What is it? And then she looked at the other friend she was with and she was like, do we have time? And she was like, we have time. She's like, great, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay, what is it? She's like, cause I had a class right before with her, like in the middle of the day. She's like, the class I have after our class that we have together, was like one of the weirdest experiences I have ever had, okay? It was a big lecture hall. It's like art history, right? There's like, it's a room with like almost 100 people, right? Big lecture hall. It's very cramped, everyone's sitting next to each other, whatever, right? Very boring class, okay? Doors burst open, boom. And this guy with a bucket hat, and I did not know what a bucket hat was when she told me this. I thought he was just wearing a bucket as a hat, okay? So imagine him with a bucket as a hat because I think it's funny, okay? With a bucket hat, a bright neon yellow shirt, a like, you know, like the glasses Cyclops wears in X-Men, like visor glass, like glasses that went like that, sunglasses, like this visor Terminator Cyclops like glasses thing, okay? He's wearing that, he's holding a giant black box, a big black box, okay? He comes in, boom, through the door. Everyone's heads instantly turn around and they look at him, and the teacher instantly is like, get out, get out, get out, get the, like, swearing up a storm, like, get out. He's like, chill, chill, chill. Is JT here? Is JT here? I have a delivery for JT. And my friend freaking out because no matter how ridiculous this situation sounds, this feels like a school shooting situation. Like, this guy has a big black box, is just in a way that is covering his like identity, even if it looks ridiculous, right? What the hell is he doing here? So everyone in this class, their minds actually jump to that. They're freaking the hell out. This guy's like, chill, chill. Is JT here? I have a delivery for JT. The teacher's like, get out. I will call the cops. Get out. He's like, no, no, no. And he reaches into the box and out he pulls, and I'm just going to quote what Emily said. An average size bright pink dildo. And he starts waving it around. Mal was here, by the way. You were just watching. You were listening to this.
I was just listening as this chaos.
And he was waving it around. He's like, I have a delivery for JT. Is JT here? No one's laughing. The teacher's just like, at this point, she started calling the police. And the guy, as soon as he noticed she was calling the police, was like, oh, well, I'll get out here. And like, ran away. And I got like zero closure for that story. No idea who he is or why that happened or literally anything. It is the most wild thing I've heard. Just every single word that came out of her mouth was like not the next thing I was expecting to hear. Hi, Maria. How are you doing? It was a wild story. I had to share because it's been on my mind and it's wild. The teacher ended up canceling class early and then giving them extra time for their homework. But yeah, everyone was freaked out.
As they should have been.
No, yeah, they have every reason to be freaked out, but it's also just like looking back, considering nothing bad happened, it's kind of funny and ridiculous. The story did not go the way I thought it would. Same. I would like it's what the hell? Oh my god.
See, I don't know what I was expecting to hear. Not that.
She stopped me in the middle of me walking home to tell me that. She's like, I just needed you to know. I was like, thank you, I needed to hear that. I think her mom, she called her mom and told the story, and her mom was like, how did he get in? Like, did no one check security? Like, she was like really mad. But honestly, like, who would have, like, what security? Like, I don't know what was, like, what did she expect? I don't know, but yeah, that was, what a story. I'm glad that didn't happen to me. I would have freaked out. I probably would have been in tears, like panic attack, but... Or maybe I wouldn't have realized like how scary the situation was. I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe I would have been laughing. I really like your character. She's looking so good so far. I really like her eyes.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot of freaking time into this line art because I want it to be perfect.
Pretty. And then, my character's not drawn yet. We will probably draw him over spring break. It probably won't be streamed because it's spring break and we won't have our computer to stream it, but yeah. We also have session 0 today. I don't think we're streaming session 0. We will probably be streaming less of, like all of the campaign from like the first to like onwards, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Unless someone in our party doesn't want us to stream it, in which case we won't, but plan is we will. You're keeping your class secret. I'm not. I'm playing a bard, and I'm really excited about it. This character I had an idea for. I don't want to give too much information because I'm still like not sure how I want to introduce him, but I don't know how everyone else makes D&D characters, if you do. If not D&D characters, then like OCs or just anything in particular. I feel like the way I do it is not like correct or like just not normal, because the way you made your character, you did it in one clean stroke. You had your idea, you wrote like a freaking novel that like is entertaining and interesting to read. It's emotional for a backstory. Just one fell swoop, whew, you had this character design ready, bam. You didn't even, like, you did think about it. Like,
yeah, I hardly thought about it though.
yeah, you just like,
I just let the creative juices overtake my body.
see, what happens with me is I have one really simple idea, and then I make like 20 characters out of that one simple idea, and then I kind of start combining some and getting rid of some, and combining and getting rid of some, and combining and getting rid of some, until I end up with something. Right? Most of the time, my simple idea that I start off with... Hold on, I just got a text. Okay, sorry. Like my simple idea will usually be like some sort of like object or some, like with Javius, who was my first character. She was a rogue, right? My idea was to create a character that you think would be evil and then make her not evil, right? So she was like a dark elf rogue with kind of like a slight bit of angst, but she like didn't want to hurt people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like my idea. I wanted to have a character that seemed evil but wasn't. And bam, Javius. She was also a character I had in mind for like a really long time. So I actually didn't really write her like when the campaign started. I had her written up like a while ago. Right? And then my second character, Ursula. That was actually also kind of an interesting idea because you already drew Ursula.
Yeah.
But Ursula went through a ton of different phases before I ended up playing her. First, Ursula was Novia's sister. Still had Dipper as a twin. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But she was just a brat. Like, she wasn't like goofy or anything. She was just mean. Like,
She was mean, a little impulsive.
I think she was also a rogue. Like,
Yeah.
she was an arcane trickster, I'm pretty sure. Which is the exact same class as Javius, so I didn't want to play a rogue, but I won't lie, I had no connection with Lucius until we started the campaign because I kind of threw him together. I came up with his looks first, then for everything else, I was like, yeah, that sounds right for how he looks. And that was kind of it. Interesting, really? I didn't expect that. I thought you had like a ton for Lucius. You know? I remember Sky saying you had like one of the longest backstories, I thought. Or maybe it was Ollie had the longest. Someone had a really long backstory. I thought it was you. Maybe you wrote the backstory like later. I don't know. Anyways. But for Ursula, first she was an arcane trickster rogue who was just a brat. Like Novia was like the one that was always taking care of like her younger siblings because Novia had what, 5?
Yeah, she had 5 siblings. Oops.
Two twins
Hi.
and
That's my outfit inspo.
you had one thing of twins and then one thing of triplets. So she had to be taking care of twins and triplets. And Ursula was just a brat to Ursula. Well, Ursula was just a brat to Novia. This is when she was her sibling. She was like, "You're not my mom. Stop telling me what to do." But, you know, she was the one that was always taking care of her. And eventually, I think she was just like, "I'm leaving. I hate you." And that was Ursula. And then Ursula, I think, died in the backstory too.
Yeah, she died in the backstory because I wanted Dipper to have a reason for not being with her.
And then Dipper, he was just like following Ursula. He didn't really have an opinion about Novia. He was just following his twin, who was just high strung.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, when we wanted to play them as actual characters, they couldn't be related to Novia, at least not as siblings, so we made them like relatives, like prosperity or posterity. What is it?
Posterity.
Yeah, posterity. I think we imagined them as being like actually like the children of her brother's children's children.
Yeah, so basically not
even closely
not a
related
direct
to her.
relative. Because Novia didn't have anyone to like have children with.
So now the idea was Ursula was a noble, but kinda wasn't. And that has so many different possibilities. I switched her class, I swear, like 4 different times. I was like, oh, an arcane trickster rogue. Well, I don't want to play an arcane trickster again, right? And then I was like, maybe she'll be a druid, right? But Dipper's a druid. It would be a moon druid, but we already have a druid. Do we want 2 druids? Do I want to have the same class as someone again? Which, by the way, I ended up with the same class as someone again, but whatever. And then I was like, oh, wild magic. Yeah, that sounds fun. So she'll be a sorcerer. And then I think I even looked into a warlock at some point. I changed it so many times. I didn't have a class in mind, just the character. I had to find a class that fit the character. There was just too many that fit. I ended up going with a wild magic sorcerer and then writing that kind of into her backstory. Being like, oh, she was like naturally gifted with magic at first. But then they realized she had no control and didn't really try and help her. Like, the parents were like, oh god, she's just trouble. We'll forget about her. And then... But that wasn't personality, you know? I was like, oh, I want her to be kind of a wild card, someone you would expect to have magic that is wild, right? And I want her to embrace her wild magic, you know, not see it as a curse or anything, just something that is a part of her. So then I basically just made her Fischl from Genshin. Me and Ollie do. I think I slightly beat him. I did have fun writing his backstory, but I wasn't really attached because it had no real, like, force. I like role-playing as Lucius, had a big hand in me getting attached to him due to things having consequences and building relationships and things like that. I think that's a really good example, I think. Because I'll have, like, a really good idea for a character, and I'll, like them. And even if I have, like, a really clear idea of how I'm gonna play a character, I think roleplay really changes the, like, way I'll play them. Because if the way I'm playing the character just doesn't work, then I have to change it. A really good example when I had to do this was Eevee. I'm gonna be honest. I, at first, did not like playing Eevee at all. And part of the reason is because of the way I built her. I was like, oh, I want her to be like the opposite of Ursula because Ursula's dead. I want her to feel like she's dead. Like, you know? I don't want to play another character that's like Ursula because Ursula's gone. So I want to play a character that is literally the opposite. Ursula had a moon aesthetic, Eevee has a sun aesthetic, right? Ursula was super chaotic, Eevee is super lawful. Ursula was like super loud and proud, Eevee is very timid. The thing is, playing an opposite was not fun. So I was like, dang it, I made a mistake. So over time, I just slightly altered Eevee's character, just like the smidgen. I don't think anyone noticed I changed her, but it was more like I just changed the headspace of playing her. You know? I started playing her as someone who just cared a lot about the team, specifically Scarb, who she saw as a brother, and she was not as shy. She was just a little head empty and not the best at finding words, but she was very confident. Like, just because she, like, stuttered a bit didn't mean she wasn't confident. You know? She was very sure that, like, things would work out in the end, even though they pretty much never did. She either stupidly or just very bravely always believed that things would work out for the better. And then I enjoyed playing her a lot more. Because before, she was just, like, boring. Like, oh, look at me, I got a moral compass. That's boring. Like, I did enjoy playing her later on, but at first I really didn't. I would probably play Ursula again if I was given the chance in a different campaign with, like, different players. Hey! Thanks. It's almost summer. Please, not cold again.
Christmas.
Not cold again. Actually, it's almost your birthday.
Oh my god. Please don't remind
But thanks
me.
for resubscribing. I hope you enjoy your emotes. How are you doing, Jess?
It's been a hot minute.
It has. We never stream consistently. Listen. And whenever I go on Twitch, no one I ever watches like streaming because I go to bed early. And everyone streams late. Doing very well. Well, I'm glad. But yeah, all my characters just have like a million different like run-throughs that I go for. I didn't get that chance with Eevee, which I think is why I like struggled playing her at first. Because my first idea is usually not the one I go with. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, mood. I never stream consistently either. Streaming is...
It's hard.
It's hard, especially when we're in school.
Yeah. The dream is to not be in school so that we can stream more.
Well, I mean, we still would have jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm never leaving school. I'm becoming a teacher. So, great. Oh, hydrate and posture. Thank you, thank you.
I just hydrated.
Well,
We don't have our freaking.
I know, it just looks like we said that for no reason.
Oh
It's
my god, I got water all over my screen.
great.
I'm a genius.
Dude, why are you doing the line art for the muscles?
Because I want to.
She has a huge jacket. Come on, show the outfit, actually. Because
Oh,
you
yeah, I
didn't
don't
show the
think I
outfit
did.
at all. I'm not in school, but I do have a job.
Oops. You can't
Look
really
at it.
tell. That's her outfit, and then she also has a cloak.
So pretty. Look at those huge sleeves, though. The muscles are completely disappear.
Listen.
Okay, fine. I'll shh.
I
Oh.
want her to have muscles for me.
So whom is
okay?
this? This is Mal's new D&D character because we just finished our campaign. Also, for everyone that's come in so far that maybe hasn't seen, we made a YouTube video and I'm very proud of it. And I edited it. It was a stream edited down to like 11 minutes of Don't Starve. It was very fun. I'm planning on doing that a lot more.
When we stream Don't Starve again.
Yeah, which will probably be a while from now. It'll probably be the 1st of March, before D&D, so I'll probably stream twice that day, but we'll see. Watching stream with Kaz, tuned in just in time to hear, ooh, you have a more compass, boring, and I died laughing.
Yeah.
Listen, it's true. I love playing chaotic characters with no, like, morals. It's great. You like playing really moral characters, don't you?
Yeah.
We're opposites.
Okay, this character here is a little bit different from that.
Yeah. Oh, well, she does have a very strict way of, like, living. Like, you know?
Yeah. I'll see how it goes because I'm really like nervous about playing like mean or chaotic characters because that's just not me. I have such bad social anxiety. I don't want to say things that are mean.
I think you'll do great. And you can always just change the way you play her just a little bit. Also, thanks for watching. I'm glad that you're watching with Kaz. It's fun. I think Sky's campaign being my first real experience playing D&D has kind of changed the way I look at characters I make too, to be honest, because with my next character for things, I'm trying to figure out how to make him playable in the roleplay way, as I don't want Lucius 2.0. I still want to have the same feel, but I don't want to be repetitive. See, that's kind of,
Yeah, that's what I do a lot.
like,
That's the best way to look at it. It's like how you make really good characters.
well, they always have to be fun to play. I realize from playing like Eevee, I realize my favorite characters to play are chaotic. They don't have to be like as chaotic as Ursula, but like characters that will just like kind of say things kind of funny, you know, because I feel like I kind of do that. And I mean, I don't try to make my characters exactly like me, but I like to have fun playing them, and I am me, so, you know, I don't know if that makes any sense. But, yeah, my next character is probably gonna be... My plan is he's kind of a jerk, but like, in a
like
lovable
literally
way.
Narcissus.
Yes. He's very obsessed with, himself, very self-centered.
Literally a
his-
huge part of his backstory is that he fell in love with his reflection.
Yeah. So he's a little, but it's like, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's kind of a sweetheart. You know, he cares about other people, but he's an interesting guy. But yeah. It's hard to make characters that are just like different from each other but still fun to play. If you really like, it's like you had like an emotional high playing a character and then you don't play that character anymore. It's like, oh, I want to play that character again. He cares about other people but mostly about himself. Exactly. That's perfect. That's a great example. Like, yes, other people, but also, you gotta look out for number one, you know? I don't really like this song. It scared me. Okay.
Why did that song scare you?
I don't
It's so
know.
Scary.
I don't know. It's like making me feel like I'm in a rush.
Oh.
Like what you're saying, I won't lie, Lucius was supposed to be much more of a jerk, but my personality leaked into him. I think that's a good thing, though. You know? I mean, like, I think it's kind of inevitable in a way that's like, you don't, if you're not having fun, then I don't think anyone else is having fun. You know? You gotta make sure that you're enjoying the character you're playing, even if it's not exactly the way you envisioned. If the way you envisioned isn't fun, then it's bad, like, you know? And if you're not having fun, then the other people probably aren't having fun with your character. You know?
Yeah.
I was surprised with how much people liked Evie.
I really liked Evie. I thought she was cool.
I'm surprised! Like, because again, at first, I really didn't like her. Like, you know, I got more used to her and I started, you know, I guess leaking into her, like, my personality. But, yeah. I also already have an idea for another character. We were talking about it.
We were?
Playing, like, brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we're just obsessed with, like, Oh, we finished Korra, by the way.
Oh my god,
But
yeah.
we're kind of obsessed with like all of the characters in Avatar: Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, which, like, I really liked Korra. It's hard for me to say which one I like better between The Last Airbender and Korra because they have very different tones and tried to achieve very different things while still being part of the same franchise, and they're both good for their own reasons.
I prefer The Last Airbender just because there's more focus on the relationship between the team.
Like, yes, but I feel like the stakes are much higher in Korra.
Yeah, but I don't care much about stakes. I care about characters.
You heard Nickelodeon drop the ball in the ending for Korra?
Yeah.
I was... I don't want to say anything in case it's spoilers, but... Like, I was told that two characters got together at the end of Korra that did not. Apparently they get together in a webtoon that happens later. But yeah. I also, even like in the show, like even though it's a relationship I really wanted to like root for, I wasn't really.
Yeah, because there wasn't a whole lot of like
There wasn't a lot of
emphasis
content
on
between them.
Yeah. For like
I really liked
any of the characters.
I really liked Korra. I didn't really like any of her relationships. I was like more focused on her.
Yeah, like it was very much the Korra show, you know?
I liked
Obviously.
that though. Like Korra's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, depressed and broken Lucius is the best. Hi, Sky. How you doing?
Hello. I'm drawing my next character and I'm getting very detailed about it.
I always enjoy y'all's characters, so I'm very excited for new characters with Ace's stuff. I don't want to hear it, Sky. Half of it's you. Hi. I hope you're doing well, Sky. Are you on spring break right now? Because our spring break is next week. How dare you? I think that our spring break is kind of late. Because with the kids that I was, like, helping. Yes, I am till the 19th. Ours starts the 19th. That's wild. That kind of sucks. I think that's going to ruin a lot of D&D things. Wild. Because, we, like, told the kids that it's just like, oh, yeah, we won't see you for, like, 2 weeks. And they were like, why? And we were like, spring break. And they're like, what? Like, this week? That's bonkers. Dude, I don't even have a character for Ace's campaign yet. You don't? Do you have an idea? Like, do you have a class that you wanted to play or something? Or, like, no, nothing? Nada. Wow.
Wow. You should think about it soon. I sent my backstory to Chili and he said it was excellent.
Dude, it's really good. Your backstory made me, like, all emotional. I've been so busy. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like midterms, so that makes sense.
I was busy. I just got distracted by D&D. Like, I literally chose D&D over homework.
I have an exam. Well, actually, we have this class together. We have an exam on Friday, and then I have 2 classes that are finishing soon. Like, they're gonna be over and done with because they're sprint classes, which means they last for half a semester. And one of them is figure drawing, which I don't like figure drawing. I think it should be a full year class or a full semester at the very least. I can't. I haven't done your guys' boss yet, and it's been like a month, let alone make a character. That makes sense. Okay, so I had a character for the longest time as a backup, the Bard. That's the character I'm playing. However, I changed the character so much that the only thing that's really similar is the class. And the aesthetic. I'm going for a dandelion aesthetic. I love doing aesthetics. That's like one of my main things I choose when I'm making a character. I need an aesthetic. You know, a choice for how they're going to appear. And I usually pick an object. Like the moon, or a bear, or like I'll choose sometimes just other characters, for example. Like with Belle, I chose Undyne, and honestly, from watching Korra, she's so much like Korra.
Oh my god, yeah.
They're
literally,
like the
watch
same-
a compilation of Korra being angry and it's just Avalona Scarlet.
Dandelion, the plant, not the Witcher character, the plant. But the fact that my character is a bard does kind of... I went to go look up a dandelion bard, and it kept showing me pictures of the Witcher. So I was like, huh. Imagine choosing going to the bathroom, then hop on call with your BFF. Choosing life over D&D, unbelievable. Might try to make a character today.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's really hard to like make a character without like a basic idea first.
Yeah, my idea, oh, I can't tell you my idea because that's spoilers.
Oh my god, this song again, stop it!
Suffer.
I'm skipping it.
Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate these hands?
I know, they're 5 fingers. I wish I had 5 fingers, that would be awesome. I got 4, look. Count my fingers. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fingers.
Yeah. I love these hands, they're good. I've just gotten better at drawing hands all of a sudden. It's great.
You say all of a sudden like you haven't always been pretty good at drawing hands.
Yeah, but I've been like better at like thinking about them as like 3D objects rather than just like 2D symbols.
You're just really good at drawing, okay? I think you'd like figure drawing when you go to take it. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I like observational drawing more. I can draw objects way better than I can draw people. I'm actually terrible at drawing people. Like, for my figure drawing class, I had to draw 5 different figures in space. But 2 of my figures are skeletons, which is so much easier because I can see skeletons as objects. Even though, technically, I'm not supposed to. That's why everyone in my class didn't draw the skeletons. They were like, oh, I don't want to draw the skeletons. They're not people. And I'm like, perfect. Something for me to do that I'm good at. Everyone's like, oh, all the tiny little ribs? No. And I'm like, the tiny ribs, yes! The tiny details I can get lost in so I don't have to, like, make a body. I definitely have gotten better at figure drawing from the class. I just wish it wasn't a sprint class because I feel like we didn't spend any time on the muscle groups or the bony landmarks like we were told we were going to. She was like, oh yeah, you gotta like, get that bony landmark, get that bony landmark. And we have like 5 seconds to draw someone and she's just screaming at us like, the bony landmarks, the muscle mass. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like freaking out. Oh my god, it gave me so much anxiety. I can't do it. That class made me want to cry. One of my other classes, me and Mal are actually in this class together, is astronomy. I
Astronomy's
find
cool.
it so cool, so fascinating. It's a class I have to take as like, my parents call them basket weaving classes. It's like classes that are,
Pointless.
they're not, I zoned out and came back to the bony landmarks.
Talking about figure drawing.
I hate it.
believe.
I don't hate it, I just don't like it. I'm just being dramatic. But, oh my god, now I zoned out. What the hell was I talking about? Oh my
Figure
god.
drawing.
No, I wasn't. I moved on. Astronomy.
Oh yeah.
Instead of human bodies, you'll be studying heavenly bodies.
It's funny.
Why'd you laugh like that?
Because it wasn't actually funny. Well,
No.
it was but you know,
so
it was
mean.
a pun, so you know, you can't really laugh at a pun. Look, I'm sorry.
It's annoying. Oh yeah, bodies are annoying. Were you in a figure drawing class? Figure drawing. It's just too fast. I'm not a fast drawer. I'm literally the slowest drawer I know.
It's because you're comparing yourself to me.
No, worse. What do you mean worse? You're not in a figure drawing class? What's worse than figure drawing? 3D design. Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't like my 3D classes. I mean, 3D is great, don't get me wrong. I just suck at it, okay? I had this class, it's called Design and Comp. I hated it. I hated it. It's supposed to be a weed out class for art majors. And all you're doing in that class is 3D art, but specifically like architecture. I don't like measuring things. I hate measuring things, the special lines that are super like smooth and clean, and I can't do it. I have shaky hands. I did so bad in that class. I'm having flashbacks. It was terrible. Everything was black and white. We weren't allowed to use any color. I wanted to cry. I hated it. Luckily, teacher was cool, so 3D design was a lot of fun. And, it's the class I made the copper wire dragon in. Oh yeah, I remember that. We had this one assignment in that class that was called strip studies. And I don't think anyone understood it. We had a whiteboard, and then we had to do 3 strips of black paper. That's why they were called strip studies. Get your minds out of the gutter, okay? And then we had to cut designs, and then what he says, you shift it. And then you cut another design, and then you shift it. And no one understood what shifting it meant. No one did it right. Even when I thought I did it right, he's like, oh, you may have shifted it, but I kind of wish you didn't. And I was like,
What do you mean?
told me to shift it.
That's just rude.
It's my hands were cut up for weeks. Oh God, dude, yeah, wire. Oh my, I don't like working with wire. I have to take a metals class. Oh, I just forgot what my major is. Oh, not metals. I have to take a studio. I have to usually take 2 actually, every semester. In the studio classes, there's 3 3D classes and there's 3 2D classes. The 2D classes are printmaking, painting, and photography. And then the 3D classes are sculpting, ceramics, and metals. I don't know what sculpture is, if it's not ceramics or metals. I'm gonna guess it's kind of a mixture of both. So, yeah, I have to take... It likes to splinter, yeah. I didn't work with copper wire, thank goodness. I usually worked with aluminum, which is malleable. It's maybe a bit too malleable because it didn't really hold its form super well. We were also able to use iron wire, but I am a little weakling with spaghetti arms, and I could malleable, okay.
Swear to God.
But I have really tiny arms that are super weak, so I can't bend iron.
You can't metal
wire.
bend.
No, I can't. It's so bad. I'll have two like little like pliers, and I'll be like, "Ugh," and I can't do it. I can't. Everyone laughed at me. I was so sad. Actually, Emily, who I was just talking about earlier, she's in one of my other classes, and Hal, yes, you're gonna call me weak? Don't, please. I've already been called weak. But we did like a fist bump, but then like she held it, which basically, so like our fists bumped, but we didn't like explode or anything. We just kept our fists together, and she kept like pushing, and I fell out of my chair, and she laughed at me. She didn't even apologize or anything. She was like, weak. I'm like, what do you mean?
This is the first I've heard this story.
I know, because I was embarrassed. Tag your no tag backs. Hey Mal. Boop. Tag your no tag backs.
How dare you? I'll never forgive you for this.
I'm sorry. Sky made me do it.
Uh-huh.
It's
I don't
true.
believe you.
It's true, it's in the chat. Hey Mal. No. But yeah, I'm just weak. The other classes I'm in right now, I don't like my classes that much. I'm not reading your chat out loud. That way Mal can't. No, don't look up.
So like, Sky.
No.
Do you want to get tagged?
No, I don't think Sky wants to be tagged. I think you should focus on your drawing. Look, you're almost done with the line art. So close.
I'm almost done with the body liner.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's the outfit. Oh, Sky said no, please don't. Don't tag me. That's what Sky said.
I just look up and I see the actual message. So listen, Sky. Tag your it in the tag backs.
I wish that was not the case. Is Egg? Are you No one gets tagged. I'll tag Egg next time. That way I don't get tagged again. Hal? No. I won't read the messages anymore. This is what will happen.
Can't get tagged if you can't read.
Exactly. I remember, I think it was winter break last time. I'm not reading. I can't read. I forget what words are. Hey, Mal.
Huh? Oh, you want me to read?
You should read chat.
Hey, Hal.
No. It's,
Tag your it, no tags back.
I
Sky.
can't listen. My ears stopped working. It's fine. You know what? Egg, tag your no tag backs. Actually, since the campaigns are over, I can talk a little bit. Well, we can talk about Eevee, Ursula, Squirt, and Dipper, right? In more detail, like why our purposes. I don't think anyone noticed this. Well, maybe people did notice. I'll give you guys some credit. But number one, Eevee was supposed to be the exact opposite of Ursula, and Eevee was supposed to be a little bit of an homage to Javius. I did that on purpose, but the thing that made Eevee like Javius was their backstories were pretty much identical. Oh, no, a tragedy. Oh, how sad. Oh, but someone really kind decided to take care of Eevee, and now Eevee is a good person. That's the backstory. What's Javius's backstory? Oh, hard life. No one ever liked her. But then, a nice witch took her in, named Novia, and Novia took care of her. And then, she didn't want to hurt people. They had the same backstory. And both were like, quote unquote, evil races. But we're good-hearted people. And then, in opposite of Ursula, Eevee was lawful, Ursula was chaotic, Eevee was sun, Ursula moon. That was my whole idea with Eevee. And then I wanted to play. Yeah, Novia made Javius a wizard. She did. I remember that. But Javius is a rogue, so... Javius is the only rogue I know of that ended up surviving in Hopeful Temperance, so, you know.
Suck on that!
Why did you say that?
Because that's what you were implying.
I didn't say those words.
You did.
I
You
did.
implied them.
I know that, you liked playing... You didn't like playing Squirt as much as you think you would have because Squirt was silent.
Yeah. I know I could have just like changed that whenever I wanted to, but it was really important for me to not. I don't know why. I just decided it was important.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did like playing Squirt a little bit, but you feel like Squirt would have been better if you were like on an actual table so you could like wave your arms around.
Yeah, if I could like pantomime in
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
time instead of having to explain my actions, it probably would have been better and easier.
Would you play Squirt again on like a real table?
Maybe.
I'd play Ursula and Dipper again at a different table, probably. It'd be fun. Never got to meet Kaylin. We did never get to meet Kaylin.
You really wanted Kazrin to die.
really was the last survivor. Proud of him. Actually, Squirt was Alton, but no Toucans, basically.
Alton with a tiny robot.
That's true. Squirt could talk through,
Yeah, but I didn't use Sprocket that much because I didn't want to be annoying.
Oh, that would not have been annoying. We all loved Sprocket. I think Sky loved Sprocket. We all were like, I can't believe Sprocket got a hit on Doctor in the final battle. That was really funny.
It was epic.
Eevee would have loved Kaylin. That's the one thing I kind of dislike about doing stuff digitally. I can't mime stuff. Yeah. It's like, I feel the same way. I sometimes wish we all had our cameras on so that we could like do gestures at each other. Like the amount of times I would have middle fingers. Like, oh my god. Or like, I feel like I have a very expressive face. You're nodding very aggressively. Hey, wait a second, Scott, you could just play Kaylin. Just don't have Kaylin be Kazrin's little sister. That's what we did with Dipper and Ursula.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, Dipper and Ursula are the siblings of Novia. And then Novia ended up living to the end. We're like, actually, scratch that. Dipper and Novia are... Eevee was a mix of Eevee and Ursula. Really? Oh my god! Really? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Sorry, that like really pumped me up for some reason. I'd love to make faces as Lucius. It would be so much fun. This is a petition that in Sky's campaign we turn our cameras on. No, I refused. Dang it. Actually, you might have been refusing to Kaylin, not to the camera thing. Or just me and Egg could be the only people with our cameras on and we'll just be making faces at each other. Oh my gosh, I wanted to get my hair cut during spring break. But my hairstylist is booked out for like the next month. So
Jesus.
You knew this!
I did not know this.
Bright and sunshine, but God forbid you leave her alone. Clee! That's what I hear. Just
I'm pretty
Clee.
sure it was Clee.
I think it was. It was like
great.
Bomb. Bomb Girl. I keep trying to catch, your campaign with, Eric and Ollie and Green. I meant I refuse to, Kaylin. You want cameras? Go for it. Yeah. All right, Egg. Next campaign, cameras on. Campaign?
Next session.
Session. I keep getting those words mixed up. They mean very different things. I personally don't know if I would, because I make so many telling faces. Oh, yeah, for the DM. I guess that would be kind of like a... that would probably be bad. I think if I was the DM, I would keep my camera off. I have very expressive faces that just like, oh no, like...
Yeah.
I'd be down. I could probably do Lucius makeup for our next session. Oh, you're going all out. Oh my god. Okay. Also, I can... during spring break, I could probably play. I would just have a really crappy mic because I will not have my PC. I don't think I could play the other campaign, though. Elements of War. Kazran and Kaylin are Assassin, Albedo, and Artificer Klee. I love that. Speaking of Genshin, I haven't played it in a while. I've really been meaning to, but I've been so obsessed with Project Sekai. And
You
then,
haven't even been playing
I know.
Project Sekai
I haven't
that
been.
much.
I just stopped playing video games. I like feel like I'm not allowed to. It seems really silly, but I'm like, no, you have homework. Do your homework, and then you can do fun things. And then I don't allow myself to do fun things. But
So mean.
well, I'll also be playing Genshin as we speak. Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, I've been wanting to play since Wanderer came out because I've been playing Genshin from the beginning, and I saw Scaramouche when he first appeared, and I was obsessed with him since he first came out, and I cannot believe that I missed his first banner. But, yeah. Beta Kazran definitely shows more Albedo. Oh, wait!
We were
Do
just
you go
talking
through,
about
wait,
this.
so you go through phases with characters? We were just talking about like how we make characters, and I was like, I go through so many phases with my characters. Ursula was originally going to be a lot like Fischl, like she was going to talk like lots of big words and stuff. And then I also had a plan for her to be a little bit more like Azula or Jinx, and like way more evil.
I mean, like, we didn't know who Azula was at the time.
Yeah, but I wanted to play Ursula more evil, but then I was like, no, I don't want to like betray the party. Like, dude, they brought back Kale back to Mondstadt with Sino and Tynar. Does that mean there was an Amber and Kale reunion?
Oh my god. No, I actually heard about this because there was another Windbloom festival. And Kale and visits Mondstadt with, I think Kale ends up reuniting with Amber and Eula.
Oh, I guess it would make sense for her to know Eula, huh?
Yeah.
But she didn't like Kaya. Her and Kaya didn't get along. Did they see each other?
I have no idea. Probably.
You should have seen Beta Alton.
Wasn't Beta Alton a lot more like Razor?
I didn't really have a Beta Eevee because I didn't really think her through before I started playing her, and then I just had to throw her into the deep end. The character that I'm going to be playing in Chili's campaign, or Ace's campaign, for the next one, went through so many different phases. You probably saw before, like my backup, like Day Crescendo, that was this character, but now this Day Crescendo is not the name anymore. And it's completely different. It's just the class and race that keeps staying the same. I still haven't completed the second chapter of the second Archon quest, and I've unlocked the whole map. What? Wait, what?
Do you watch Musashi's Traveler Sun videos by chance?
Yep, no. Beta Alton was actually complete opposite. Really? Interesting. Oh! I don't recognize the name.
Oh, dang. Cause I know that there's this person on YouTube named Musashi who like, just absolutely breaks the game, all the time, and they got to like Inazuma at like Adventure Rank 7 or something.
I did walk to Inazuma though.
Nice.
I remember you saying that in the Discord, and I didn't know you could do that. You know?
Yeah.
Well, even if you can do that, that feels like a lot of effort. Like, you know? Especially because when you get to Inazuma, aren't you trapped in that one place?
Yeah, well, if you sequence break the game,
Whew.
you won't be trapped anywhere.
It took like an hour or two. Oh god, that is a while. I'm like adventure rank, I think 59. I really want to play the game so I can get to adventure rank 60 because I bet I could. And then that's like the top adventure rank. I don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
You know? And then I can just focus on building my characters, but I don't know. I would like to get back into it, but I also, like, don't. Like, you know, I'm free. Should I really get myself back into it? I don't want to be stuck again, but also I do like the game and I kind of miss it, but no, I shouldn't. Beta Alton wasn't a halfling, but an elf who had two sides, really flirty and then bubbly personality. Alton? What?
I don't believe
That's wild. The only reason I'm not farming artifacts is because I want to wait till I'm AR 45. You're not AR 45? Huh. Are you AR 56 or am I AR 56? I thought it was 59. I could have sworn. Or maybe I'm like close to 59. I might be AR 58. I feel like I'm higher than 56 though.
I'm definitely not 59. I think I'm more close to, yeah, like 56.
Dude, the AR levels get so hard to level up eventually. I don't know, maybe I'll play Genshin again on stream, but I like playing on my tablet. But since I haven't played in a while, I could just play on the computer, probably. But I'm no good at the controls on the computer. Alton was the aesthetic of a generic dryad. Oh yeah, I got Dehya. Is that her name? Dehya?
I always pronounce it Daya, but I don't actually know.
I think, wait, is she the one with the tiger aesthetic?
Yeah.
Okay. At 56 pity, and then immediately lost another coin flip at 14 pity and got D-loot. That's actually not bad though, because then you're guaranteed. And you got it early? That's kind of nice. I thought she was a 4-star.
No, she's a 5-star.
Really?
A lot of people don't like her kit, apparently, but like...
I know she can
I've
survive
heard...
in Dragon's Spine.
Oh, that's cool. I've watched someone who like actually built a really good team for her and really liked her playstyle, so...
Interesting. Hi, Shrek, how you doing? A child to the woods who missed companionship. Oh, Daya. Daya? Okay. So I'm chilling again, waiting for, hopefully, Yoimiya with another, one coin flip. Yep. That's exciting. I do love Yoimiya's aesthetic. The fish and the fireworks and the, everything about it. But I also want Hu Tao. And Scaramouche.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Yeah, it's a kit that doesn't synergize too well with itself, but I built a Burgeon team and it's great. Interesting. Isn't Burgeon the... Wait, is Burgeon Fire and Dendro?
Or maybe?
Is it... Her playstyle is awful, but that's just because it's not a style I like. Oh yeah! Explosions. I built my Yoimiya. Congrats! How good is she? Is she the best? I think when I stopped playing, I actually got a 5-star bow. Like the star. Or no, I got the one you wanted for your Ganyu.
Wait, you got the Amos bow?
I think so, yeah. I put it on my Amber. She shreds people. Fire plus Dendro plus Hydro for seeds. Okay, I see. I thought it was like something with Dendro because I was like, I haven't really played since Dendro got at it, but she's my second highest attack. Who's your highest? Is it Sino? And I love Yoimiya, but she misses. She does. She fires a lot though, so. Or I bet she's good for the what are they called? The The people that fire like that, how do they do that?
The machine gun people?
Yeah.
No.
Is she not good for
wouldn't
machine gun?
No. Not really. Because machine gun, you don't auto attack pretty much at all.
I thought it was a mix of auto and...
No, it's not. It's just like really short charge attacks.
Oh, they're... Okay. I gotta stream Genshin. I might stream later tonight, actually. Gonna, play some Genshin. Well, you can stream Genshin?
Of course you can stream Genshin.
Yeah, but I thought you couldn't make it to D&D. Or maybe, I guess, that kind of makes sense. No, my highest attack is a 4-star. What? Who? Oh, I guess you also don't have a character for D&D. That makes sense. My main is Xinyan. I love her. Ah, I love Xinyan. I had her built really well for her like burst, like she was just a burst nuke, I think, is what I had her as. But Yoimiya? I don't know what y'all are talking about. Missing? Oh yeah, she's supposed to have like these homing arrows when she does her charge attack, the like doop 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 boom or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I feel like they usually miss. The same thing happens with my Ningguang. When I charge her attack sometimes, like her little like star things that go around, sometimes just straight up miss. It's terrible. Hey Hal, yeah?
I think you're about to get tagged.
No, I've already been tagged today. That would be cruel. My highest attacker is Benji. Oh, Bennett. Bennett? Your highest attacker? She rarely misses from me. Well, I don't know what to say. My girl, she just doesn't love me. My Ningguang, no. I heard people saying they wish they had more counter characters in Genshin, like Beidou, because there's not really a lot of like...
There's a one from Sumeru that just got added, the cool looking one. I forget her name.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, the
Candace.
sleepy movie, the sleepy one?
No, Candace. She's
Oh, the one with the
4-star.
shield.
Yeah.
I did hear about that actually, now you mention it. But there's not a lot of different like, there's not a lot of bonuses for dodging besides just not getting hit. Oh, hydrate. Ugh. Tea. Oh my gosh, okay. Bennett, not built well, has 2,400 attack, if I remember correctly. That is pretty high. I thought that we would be able to like stream next weekend because on my college course thingy, it says that spring break starts the 19th. So I was like, oh, that means we can stay till the 18th. And then when I was walking to like one of my walking to like Saturday Art, I saw a sign that said that you have to leave the 17th. We have like all of these people coming in to check the like your dorms or whatever. I'm like, really? Dang it, like I just said that I was good for next weekend and then I was like, well, I guess not. Candace is cool, but not my style. There's so many characters. I feel like once you fall behind in Genshin, it's really hard to catch up, you know?
Okay. There she is. Now I need to do her clothes.
I don't know why you did her whole body.
Because I wanted to.
You wanted to show off her muscles.
Yes.
Look at how strong she is. Ugh, no, wait, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Look at those muscles! She's so pretty.
That's her line art.
So yeah, this is Mal's character. Mal is playing a satyr.
That's her name.
Eris. That's why I'm not bothering to catch up. That's true. That's an issue with live service games. It's why I have such a hard time getting back into Destiny 2 after putting it down for 3 years. That's another reason why I haven't really been playing Project Sekai. I just get my updates for like the story, like on YouTube or through you. But like also because we're playing the EN version, it's like already
a year or so behind.
Yeah, it's already a year behind. So, you know. But the new Wonderland Showtime event that's happening in Japan is Tsukasa centered, and he is my favorite character, and it looks like he gets a lot of angst, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to see translations.
You love to see your favorite suffer.
It's
do. Literally, like, I don't know why, but like the characters that you love the most, you just want them to suffer.
What, do you not?
No, I'm just like saying that's like a weird thing for like
people
everyone.
In general.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were calling me out, and I was like you don't. Like, that's why we make D&D characters.
Yeah.
Of course you'd like Tsukasa. Of course I do.
Oh my god. No, literally Hal is just Tsukasa.
Listen, when I like was first like, cause at the very beginning of the game you do like a little personality quiz, I guess, and they like so that they can pick you your favorite like group to start off with. I got Wonderland Showtime, and I was like, okay. And I was so confused when Tsukasa was just like talking about wanting to be a star and a theater kid, and he was loud.
He had a younger sibling.
And I was like, what just happened? Like, I was like, did they just look into?
Assigned you.
I was. Don't say it like that.
They did though. That's exactly what happened.
I was so confused. I thought they just like made a character for me at first. I don't know. I love seeing my favorite suffer. Makes it better when they get nice things. Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta have a nice balance, you know? You gotta have your favorites suffer because they end up becoming so much better because of it. You know? It's character development. It's totally normal. Speaking of which, I don't know if anyone watches Toilet Bound. I'm not gonna spoil the manga, but yeah, favorite suffering. Like, oh, that's my life. Okay, I'm hungry. Time for lunch. Go eat. Go eat your food. Oh my god. Speaking of food,
Oh my god.
I've been eating the same thing every single day. I do this. Well, I'll go through like phases of eating one thing, and that's all I'll eat. I will not eat anything else. I'll just eat this one thing until I get sick of it and I find a new thing, and I'll eat that one thing, and I won't eat anything else except for that one thing. You want to know what my one thing is right now? Bagels. It's all I'm eating is bagels, and I can't stop. And they're not good for me, but right now I will not eat anything else, and I hate it. I don't want to just eat bagels, but it's all I will eat. It's You also do the same? Okay, I feel less alone now. I feel like you kind of do it too.
Yeah, I do it with like burritos and whatever else I decide I want to eat.
I don't know. When we were younger, I feel like I blame my parents for this, okay? Because my parents don't know how to cook. They still don't know how to cook. So they would pack the same thing for us for lunch every single day. I thought I hated bagels, but it was only because as a kid I only ate a grocery store bagel. Fresh bagels are amazing. I'm not even eating fresh bagels. That's the worst part. I'm eating in the dining hall. They have all this food. I'm going in. I'm going to like the self-serve section, grabbing a bagel, toasting it, and putting cream cheese on it. And then eating that. Also, Toilet Bound.
Change the symbol to arrows.
Change it.
I will when I get there, okay?
Where do you think Maverick is from? I know where he's from. But Mr. Tsuchikamori isn't that bad. Maverick just sucks. You just gave him Tsuchikamori's face. That doesn't count.
I can't get away with doing that.
I'm excited for everyone to meet your character.
Having issues. Yeah, that's good.
But there's this bagel place uptown, but they're so expensive. I'm trying not to go there. Cause I also order the same thing there every time. It's like $20 for a bagel. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's for 2 bagels.
That's still ridiculous. That's $10 for one bagel is very expensive. But everyone eats there. It's like the thing to do here. Everyone eats bagels. And now I can't eat anything but bagels. It's so terrible. That's the point. I based it off of Tsuchimori's curiosity, not personality. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that. Tsuchigimori is a little creepy. He's a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, not Spider-Man. He's a spider guy. Just
a spider dude.
Spider dude. Also his self-preservation. I guess that's true. But Tsuchigimori would never kidnap children.
Yeah. He hates kids, but he loves them.
My head just went entirely empty, and I don't know what we were just talking about. I don't know
Talking
anything.
about Toadbound.
Were we?
We're talking about Tsuchigimori.
Whatever. My favorite character is Mitsuba. I love Mitsuba.
I like Ko.
Also bagels. Bagels are so good. They're not really. I just can't stop eating them. Where am I? I got so lost. Brain. Does that happen to anyone else? With like, you just talking and then there's this TikTok audio I was like, that keeps showing up. That's like,
That's actually a really good idea.
what did I just say? I learned to tune myself out.
I talk a lot.
So I just learned to tune myself out. That's me. I don't listen to a word I say. The words just come out. Oh my god, limited Okay. Sorry. I just remember things. Oh, he wouldn't. Nor would he experiment on them. I mean, Mitsuba is a brat. You like Mitsuba? Yes, he's a brat. I love him.
Listen, Hanako's a brat. If you want to talk brats.
Mitsuba just goes through so much garbage. It's like so sad. You know, he just wants a friend. He just wants to be remembered. He just wants to be human. Poor boy. Also, you haven't read the manga, so you don't know all the intricacies. I won't spoil. But just know Mitsuba's amazing and my favorite character. It's such a terrible character to love because you know he goes through so much. Oh, limited life. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember. Way back. We made Third Life comic.
Yeah, I have it still.
Third Life is, it was a Minecraft SMP that was very short-lived because, well, they only had 3 lives and it went very quickly. After Third Life, there were a couple other life series things. Hanako means, well, excuse you. So there was Third Life, and then I think there was Last Life, and then Double Life. Who said I didn't read the manga? I think you did. Did you not? Did you? I thought you didn't. In which case, if you're caught up, I'm going through the motions with Mitsuba. I think you can see why. Poor guy. Oh, it's so sad. Okay. But I'm so excited for chapter 100. I hope it's Mitsuba and Ko.
But it's probably gonna switch back to someone else's perspective.
I think it is, yeah. We'll see. But, right now, Limited Life is happening, which is the 4th, sorry, had ads. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Wait, you had ads in the middle of our stream? I thought I only had them for like when people come in. Really? That's weird. I just said that. Oh, you had to restart. Okay. Do you read the manga? Because if you do, Mitsuba's going through it and I'm very emotional. I just hope that chapter 100 is Mitsuba and Co. I do not think it will be because it's chapter 100. I think they'll go back to Hanako or Nene, one of the main characters.
Can you imagine if they do chapter 100 and Hanako isn't in it at all? The main freaking character.
Mm-hmm. But, Limited Life. I love it. I love the Bad Boys. I don't know if anyone else is watching Limited Life, but the Bad Boys Bread Bridge, I love it so much.
You just said so many things out of context.
I know I am.
And none of it made
my
sense.
My brain is in a million different places. I don't, but I have seen a decent portion and heard of it. From the manga? Yes. Ugh, I'm emotional about it. I don't read the manga. That's a little bit of a tidbit. Mal reads it to me. I really can't read. It's really bad. It's gotten to like, I feel so silly. I'm so bad with words and reading and all sorts of stuff. It's so embarrassing, but like I'm in an English class right now and I like I know what I want to say. I can just never write it down, you know? Hydrate. Ow! Monster Jack.
Yeah, there was I feel like you and I are really opposite. You're better at talking than you are at writing, and I'm better at writing than I am at talking.
You're really good at writing.
See, I never thought I was that good at writing until people started telling me I was good at writing.
That's not a link, by the way. That's just what the coffee's called. Does it lead anywhere? I think it's just broken.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's nothing. Bum, bum, mm.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm loving Limited Life so far because you might show up to D&D. Hey! That'll be fun. I hope you do. Oh my god, okay. Let me finish. I'll talk about Limited Life and then I'll talk back at D&D because there was something else I want to say about D&D, but I keep going everywhere, all over the place. My favorite thing about Third Life was this is actually my favorite thing about all the Life series, is the friendships and the betrayals and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. So much drama.
The first series got that perfectly without any mechanics being in place for it. You know? Things were just going too slow, and Ren, the Red King, was like creating the Red Army to speed things up, and he was fine being the bad guy in order to tell a very fun story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Last Life. I think that is my least favorite Life series, even though it had more people that I really wanted to see in it.
Like Lizzie.
Yes, because I really, really hated the boogeyman mechanic, and I really, really hated the shared the shared enchanting table. I thought that was dumb, especially because the enchanting table, you could only do level 1 enchantments. You know?
Mm-hmm. If
it was a shared, really high level one, maybe, but no. Brain, go. And then Double Life I really liked because it forced them to have to pair up with someone, and there's still betrayals, but because your life is tied to someone, the betrayals weren't as strong. And I think there was a problem with them being in like the newest version because they had to spend forever mining, so it didn't work too well. This version, Limited Life, I was skeptical of at first. I was like, 24 hours and you only lose an hour when you die? That's dumb. But it makes the boogeyman mechanic work, and it will, I think, mean a lot towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm really excited, and I really like the factions that have been made so far. Like the bad boys, the clock people, the coral
clockers.
Kids.
Coral Kids, and then the nosy neighbors, I guess, is what I'm calling them.
And then there's one more, the Triads or something? Anyways, really interesting. I recommend people watch Unlimited Life. I always watch Joel's perspective for every Life series, and I found them really boring because he never teamed up, but now he's part of the bad boys, and it's my favorite perspective yet. Anyways, D&D.
You said you wanted to say something specific about D&D.
Oh, I did, and now my brain has stopped.
I knew that was going to happen.
I knew it was going to happen too, but I was really sure that I would keep it in mind. Crap! Oh, goodness, what was I going to say? Ugh.
You did this to yourself.
I know I did it to myself. I knew it was going to happen too, and yet I trusted myself. Trust
your
misplaced.
first mistake.
It's like you can never trust yourself. Oh, goodness. I should have written it down at the very least, so I could have... Dang it! Oh, it was so important, too! A tear's gonna go down my face. I can't... I should have at least said something so you could remind me.
Yeah, I was like, you should probably... I was considering whether or not I should tell you to, like, at least write it down or tell me or something.
You should have told me! I'm blaming you now.
I considered it. I trusted you, though.
So you had your trust misplaced. We're both at fault. Well, it's always a blame Hal moment, though. I don't even know what, like, character I was gonna... or campaign. Was it... I feel like it was probably going to be about Sky's campaign. Lost to time. Bummer.
Dude, I have no idea how I want to color this.
I thought you wanted pink hair.
Yeah, but I might change that, you know? That's still not set in stone.
Or maybe it will help to look up the planet she's named after. That does not help at all.
No, that's just gray.
Oh my god.
It looks like the moon.
Eris? Oh, well, people have some characters based off of very purple aesthetic. I was imagining a maroony, reddish aesthetic. Like, sort of, if you brought Rui's outfit back. Sort of like that, but a little bit more brownish, reddish, pinkish, maroonish. Yeah, everything I just said.
Made perfect sense.
It certainly did. I'm so annoyed at myself. I really... Yeah, okay, it's gone. I was so excited about it, too. I don't know if anyone else has, like, these issues of not being able to remember your own words.
I'm pretty sure it's a pretty universal problem.
I think it is, too. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. Do you think you'll finish Eris before D&D?
I don't know. I'm just gonna draw until I get tired. This might be a long stream, because I'm drawing really slowly.
Well, I mean, it's until you get tired. We'll see. But yeah. There's a lot of other comics that we want to make, besides just Weird Witches, which we were talking about earlier. We were talking about doing, like, D&D comics.
Yeah.
That could be so much fun. It probably wouldn't be about things that happened in camp. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about! Okay, sorry. D&D What Ifs is one of my favorite things to do, okay? And I have so many what if scenarios for last campaign, Veins of the Past.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot of what if scenarios during the campaign, okay? One of my biggest is, what if the original party didn't die, right? I think that's a what if that all of us have in our head, right? I personally loved playing Ursula. I didn't really get to know Ollie's character much, and I'll be honest, Solus was just Tenpa 2.0. I am really curious what Cain was like, though. But we were talking about, like, what if scenarios with Ursula if she was alive, right? And Evie wasn't around, right? And one of my favorite what if scenarios that we were talking about was, what if Ursula was alive and Dipper died at the same part where he died in the original? Which was when we were fighting the giant metallic Tarrasque, which was a terrifying moment I remember so well, right? Now, that was a planned sacrifice, right?
It was.
And you probably wouldn't have had that planned sacrifice had Ursula been alive, right? At least you don't think so?
Yeah.
We were talking about, but let's say you did in this scenario, okay? Dipper dies the same way that he was going to. Let me tell you how Ursula would have reacted. She would have laughed. Because it would be such a mixed feelings about everything. She wouldn't have, she's not very good at, like, confronting hard feelings, and she, like, never really cries. I think we wrote it into both of their backstories that she only cried once in their entire lives, right? She's not known for being a crier, and if Dipper died in front of her, she still wouldn't have cried because she would have denied it. Now, I would have had her deny it because of the stages of grief, but the way she would have straight up denied it was like, he's not dead. I was presumed dead, and I didn't end up dead, so he's not either, you know? I'm not gonna assume anything, because that was the mistake he made when I died, in quotation marks, right? That's what she would have said, and I would have been right without knowing! And I find that so interesting. I was like, because that's totally what I would have said, and I wouldn't have believed it when I said it, because, like, you know, I could tell you planned something with Ace a long time ago, and I could tell that was the moment. So I figured it was a sacrifice moment, especially because I knew you wanted to play Squirt. So out of everyone, I was very certain that Dipper was gone, right? I just would have very wildly said he wasn't with a ton of confidence as Ursula and been 100% right. I wouldn't have known, though. And I find that what if scenario hilarious. I feel like we had a couple other good what if scenarios. Like, this isn't a what if, but this one's just a, like, interesting thing. Me and Ollie did not plan our characters together whatsoever. And I feel like I could be wrong, but it seemed like Evie worked really well for, like, Scarb because of his brother. Evie was, like, a really good, like, comparison to Scarb.
Yeah, it like Chili
Scar's
utilized
brother?
that comparison a lot as well.
And it works so well because I found that so interesting. It's so funny how things work out like that sometimes, you know? We didn't plan that at all, and it was like, it felt so planned, you know? That was like one of my favorite things about the campaign was Evie and Scar's relationship. Oh, and here's another thing. Since we had like a big like jump between like the big battle and then the end of the campaign, we were like thinking like, oh, what was everyone's characters going to be doing, you know, during all that time, right? And I'm glad that the ending was the way that it was, because if Ace gave us the chance, I 100% was going to say either Evie was going to take care of Lucy because Tanny is dead now and she's not going to just leave the girl alone, right? But that was also like, I feel like Kazran would also do the same thing. I could be wrong, which is why I wanted to ask Sky, right? But I think Sky's not here right now. But B is she would have helped Scarb get over his god issues. And she probably would have met Scarb's brother. If not any of that, she probably would have just tried to do something similar to what a Gramps did and like, you know, try and help people like just as a hero. And if she found anyone that was like alone or abandoned or in danger, especially if they were a child, she would have wanted to take care of them. It was a lot of fun seeing y'all's characters interact. I really loved Scar and Evie's like brother-sister relationship. I thought it was so interesting and I found it so surprising. We didn't plan that at all. I kind of thought when me and Ollie were first discussing what our characters were and we were both like, oh, we're both paladins? I think you were the exact same subclass too. We were just kind of like, huh. You know? And he said that he had like a silver aesthetic and I was like, oh, Evie's like a sun god deal. So we thought they were gonna be opposites, but they ended up having like a ton in common. And then it kind of did end up being opposites because he, you know, prayed to the wrong god or whatever, but you know. That reminds me, I'm gonna sob if Lucius can't meet Belle's kids. Honestly, unplanned relationships are the best. Agree hard. I do hope that I get to see Belle's kids. And her husband. I would love for the party to meet her family. I would love to see her family. Because that's all she's been working towards. Even if she ends up saving the day, if her children and her husband end up dead, I'll feel like she lost. You know? Sure, she would have got a new family, a newfound family through, you know, saving the world and traveling around with this party, but it's still like, sour taste in the mouth. Like the entire reason she started this was for her family. And if she can't save them, then did she really save the day? Oh, heartbreaking. I really hope it all ends up okay. I'm so invested in Belle's story. I'm glad. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like, especially when I played Evie, people cared a lot about Evie more than I cared about her. You know? Kind of. I'm not gonna exactly say the same with Ursula because I definitely cared a ton about Ursula. But like, maybe even to a small extent Javius, because Javius ended up appearing in the other campaign as well. I just find it so surprising when people also like my characters. Which I shouldn't be surprised about because I obsess over everyone's characters, you know? Like whenever anyone has like their own like main character moment, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about, right? When
Catherine being the main character of the freaking...
Or no, not just that. I'm just like main character moments. Like Evie had her moment like going god mode. Scarb had his moment going non-god mode, like that one creepy lady, right? Dipper had his moment when he sacrificed, right? Solus had his moment, well, he was not there. Right? Mm-hmm. Things like that. I live for that. I love seeing, I'm just like, yes, look at them go. You know what I mean? I'm like, you go. Yes, I'm so here for it. You know? And like, I really cared about Kazran. Like Kazran's character, you know, had to make it to the end in my opinion. Right? I liked Squirt a lot. I liked Scarb a lot. I liked everyone. This was I love D&D. I'm too obsessive sometimes. But like I love like learning little tidbits about everyone's characters. I'm hoping in the next campaign, even though I already know a lot about your character, right? I would like to like my character's a little bit nosy. I wonder if I'll be able to get people to like dump their backstories onto me. That's my goal. That's not my goal. Don't quote me on
to
that.
organically get people's backstories out
Yeah,
of them.
I love it when that happens. A moment where you organically get someone's backstory. Ah, that would be so fun. I'm wondering how I want my character to be introduced in the next campaign, because I believe we start in a tavern, which does kind of change the way my character gets introduced. I keep thinking about it because I want him to be introduced in a very specific way, but if in a tavern, it will be messy. I'll figure it out in session 0. I'll figure it out. We will see. I don't think we'll stream session 0. Just because that's like just character building stuff. It's gonna be kind of boring. I wish I was there for the past campaign more. I'm hopefully gonna be there for the whole next one. Well, we are planning on streaming the whole next one and hopefully uploading all the VODs on our VOD channel. I might edit it a little bit. I'm not gonna do the same amount of editing that I did for like the Don't Starve thing. Specifically because I feel like I can't cut it down that much. But I might cut out like the boring bits and maybe like, I know there's some parts that you like the idea of like animaticing.
Yeah.
Right?
The thing is, that would be so much work.
That would be so much work. We'll see
and
how
I
it
have
works.
school, so I can't.
Yeah, but this semester is almost over. I have a feeling a lot of the campaign is going to be during the summer.
That's true.
I mean, it's probably going to be a whole year, let's be honest. So, I'm hoping that we can stream the entirety of it. We probably will. It's a little bit of a bummer because I don't think that we'll start session 1 until like a bit from now, because our spring break starts the moment Skies ends and we won't be able to play D&D. We'll see how it goes. We will see. Also, Animal Crossing music sometimes make my brain go empty. Are there any like D&D what ifs you have for like our campaign, like Sky's campaign? I'm trying to think of some. It's much, I think it's much better to have what ifs once a campaign is over, because then you have like hindsight and it's like, oh man, what if we figured this out sooner? Like what if, you know, what if I didn't do this dumb thing, you know? Oh, 100%, I have a lot. Feel free to share some. It's kind of hard to put on the spot, I know. I sometimes forget my what ifs, but I hope Belle doesn't die, because I don't really have a backup.
I think Belle has plot armor.
You think?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit? I hope she does, because I don't know what else I'd play. I want to play a monk. I think I'll play a monk. Me and Mal had like another character idea for like brothers, kind of inspired off of Mako and Bolin. Guess who's who? Imagine if we kicked Lynn's butt and figured him out way before he actually did. That's true. Lynn Rel bothers me. His existence bothers me.
I think he's a super interesting guy.
He's strange, sure. But like, he'll be like, oh, no, I'm your friend, and then like not be friendly. Like, bro, you need more friends so you can realize what a bad friend you are. Like, we would never betray you. You know? He knows how much Belle cares about her kids. And yet, does nothing. He could have like, still kind of, I guess, betrayed us, right? But like, if he actually cared, he could have like, kind of led us in the right direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a what if. What if we didn't fight Lynn Rel? Instead, we just pretended like we didn't know he just took all our artifacts. And we instead tried our really best to sort of like get him on our side, and he would maybe like leak just slight bits of information towards us, enough so that we can A, get our artifacts back, B, get my children, and C, save the world. You know? Do I think this would happen? No, but I wonder if like we just pretended we didn't see, if we were like, oh yeah, you know what, he can take all those. What if Belle was the sole survivor? That sucks. I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm like, if Belle was the sole
She already has survivor's guilt. Don't
yeah,
do this to her.
she's just been like completely lost both her families. Like, she's so happy that Lucius is like at least alive, you know? I wish Lynn wasn't messed up, yeah. Like, Lucius is the only person she has left that she can call family, because she doesn't have her family, she doesn't have her children or her husband, right? She's starting to, okay, I'd say that Reyes is also like now just like, she has a lot of children, okay?
She just adopts everyone she sees.
I'd say Lucius is one of her children, you know, like the angsty teenager type, right? Reyes is like her little toddler, right? Like leash kid.
Leash kid.
Remember that hug they had? It makes me sob when I think about it. Ugh. Such sweetness. And Benji is also her kid. Don't know where Benji went. You know, Benji, I don't know. He's like, if you've watched Avatar, Benji reminds me of Kai.
Kai? Oh yeah, the airbender kid?
Yeah. Do you see it?
I do see it. A little bit.
Like, it's not exact, but like personality-wise, like in like children like type, he's like just like a troublesome kid who definitely gets into way more trouble than a normal kid should, right? But like, you know, he's not, I don't think, a bad guy, right? Did he start a war? Yeah. But like, it's not like, yeah, he doesn't do the best things, but he doesn't have a bad heart. You know? At least I think so. I'll tell you a not-so-secret secret. Lucius 100% thinks of Belle as his sister. Ooh, I see it. Really? I didn't realize he saw Belle as a sister. I thought he saw Belle as a mom. Belle sees everyone as children.
I'm pretty sure
she even saw, I'd say, Kevin as one of her kids, which is ridiculous, because he is definitely way older than her.
I feel like Belle was just literally her entire character was inspired off of the mommy. Sorry.
No, she was. She was. Okay, I know. That was her. Did he start a war? Yeah, but he was just a little guy. Exactly. He's just a little guy. I don't know. I don't even really remember what happened last session. Oh, no. Belmere? What's his name? Let me look at it. I know it's spelled weird, but actually looking at it does help me pronounce it. His name is... Where is it? Hello?
Did you take notes?
Bemere. It's Bemere.
Okay. There's her main clothes. Now I have to draw her cloak.
Lucius has intense parent issues. He respects Belle too much to put her in a parental position in his mind. I guess I could see that. That makes sense. Also, boomerang! I have to go. I'll be right back. I have to get more water and go to the bathroom and stuff. So.
Is this an Avatar reference? I was zoning out.
That's how Lucius says Bemere. Boomerang.
Oh. Okay, I was like,
It's not even that
Boomerang's
hard
an
of a
Avatar
name.
thing.
I like the name Bemere. you know how it's pronounced. The spelling actually does look like how it's pronounced. Alright. Be right back.
Okay. I'm almost done with the line art. It's fine. We're doing it. We're getting it done. Okay. I got this. I so got this. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of how I want to layer this. It doesn't really matter. I need to... It's to be over. Okay. So... Yeah, but I can't English. Also, she looks amazing. Thank you. I'm doing an art style that this is literally my first time drawing anything in this art style. So I'm proud of myself. Does anyone else ever make sound effects when they draw lines? Cause I do that, and it's pretty fun. I recommend. 10 out of 10. Okay, what am I doing? Yep. It helps me. Whoosh. Okay. Okay. I do a lot of doo-doo-doo out loud. I sound like an idiot. All the time. Okay. That's good enough. Yep. I put a dot there. Dude, why did I do this to myself?
Oh, I forgot. The mouse stream was a thing. I just saw the dancing emojis, and I was like, whoa, what happened? I feel like I haven't left in so long.
That's true. Where did you go, by the way?
The bathroom. And I went to go refill my water, too.
Interesting.
Did you not listen to me?
No, I did not. I tune you out so much.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, I think that this looks amazing, especially like being in a different style. Like, that's really hard. Like, well, I don't really have a style, so it kind of changes every time I do a piece, but like, I don't know how you do it. That's all. You know what I mean?
I don't think I really explained why I'm doing a different style.
Go ahead.
I'm doing a different style because I want to basically just be more versatile as an artist. And I thought, you know, my cartoon style doesn't work too good for D&D most of the time. So like, I kind of want to try something else. And then I watched Avatar and I became obsessed, so I was like, I'm going to inspire an art style off of Avatar. And here we are.
I think it looks pretty good. And actually, a really good reason why Avatar works for doing a style is, well, specifically for you, is I feel like, because you wanted an anime style, but you tried other anime styles before and it looked really bad, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons why I think that's not the case with this. Number one, you've just become a better artist, right? That's part of it, right? But number two, this one's more important. Avatar, I feel like, is your anti-style, right?
Yeah.
I saw people like talking about an anti-style before, but like, it's very opposite while still being in the realm of anime. I feel like anime and cartoon can be very similar styles, but Avatar is a lot more. Well, I feel like all anime sort of falls. I know Avatar's not an anime. I don't care. Okay, it falls into the anime category in some ways, right? Anime has like a scale of how cartoony to realistic it is, right? Avatar is on the more realistic end because it has like diverse body types, skin types. It has noses, unlike most anime styles. Their eyes are a lot smaller than most anime, right? Their hair isn't as blocky as anime either.
Yeah.
And their bodies are extremely proportionate, right? Compared to something like My Hero, which is, I think, on the more like cartoony end of anime.
It is more similar to my style.
Yeah. So if you tried drawing in the My Hero style, you would fall back on your style too much, but you'd be trying to make it too different from yours that it would just end up looking off in all aspects, right?
Yeah.
Versus trying this style, it's already so different that you can't cling to the things that you already do. You know?
So it's a lot easier to just like do it, you know? I don't have to think about my old habits. I can just like draw.
So,
And that's what you want.
yep. You also drew in the Danganronpa style one time. I remember that.
did. I drew Chihiro. I still have it on my tablet.
That was an interesting.
Yeah. That one, that also worked out pretty good.
I think it did too. But that's because you did a very specific way of how you like taught yourself the style. You know? What happened to the music?
What happened to the music? I don't know.
Oh, it stopped.
Just stopped.
Hello. Don't do that. There we go. I was like, why did it stop? So, yeah. I think if you're trying to learn how to have multiple styles, it might help to do an anti-style.
Yeah.
Because then you can't fall back on habits, right? Number one, actually, this is an interesting thing. You and me kind of feel similar about this. I think styles are stupid.
Yeah.
Which is ironic considering part of what makes like our designs iconic is the style, right? So styles are good sometimes, right? Especially like if, in our case, why we have a style, fun fact, we wanted to originally do comics, right? For that purpose, it is important to have a style because you want your pages to be consistent from one to the next. You want your characters to be consistent from one to the next. So animation, comics, it's important to have at least a style within its own thing, right? That doesn't mean every single comic we do will be in the same style, right?
Yeah.
But for something like Weird Witches, it would be in this style, which is the plan. I'm excited for it. We are planning on doing Weird Witches, hopefully, we'll see. The reason why is comics are really good if you're trying to get better at a certain style or just art in general, because it forces you to draw backgrounds, usually color. You can choose to not do color, but if you want to get better at it, color. Right? Line art, sketches, drawing fast, layout, composition. Composition's a huge one. No one ever thinks about that or talks about it in art, I feel like. Right?
Yeah. It's just something that you have to get better at with experience. It's
That's
like,
not something you can super learn.
Yeah.
That's something you just gotta like figure out as you go. And comics are perfect for learning composition. Right? You divide the paper up in a way that makes sense, and then
Yeah.
focus on what's important, making it in an easy to read way. Composition's interesting. But all of those things are like very important skills to learn. And you basically want to like put a gold star on this style, right?
Yeah.
Which it feels like you're very close to doing because of the color. Like that was one of the things that we were like, for the longest time, you were like struggling with,
Mhm.
We were like, I think that we have I keep saying we, like I draw like this. Like, I've gotten better at drawing in this style. The goal is that I'll eventually be able to draw like this. Right?
In this style?
Yeah.
In our style?
You called it our style, like, with a question mark.
Like, as in the style that we are drawn in?
Yes.
Okay.
Art is wild. It is wild. I find it really interesting. Actually, okay. This is just, I'm nerding out at this point. So in art history, I'm noticing patterns, and it's really interesting. So art, in general, in the past, was used for purpose, right? Hi, Sky. Oh, important question I wanted to ask. You know how we had the time skip in Veins of the Past? What do you think Kazan would have been doing if you got a choice in the matter? Regardless of what the ending would have been or was, right? What would you have had Kazan do? Easy. I think I know the answer. I already said it, but I'm curious to see if I'm right. Would have been doing two things, okay. Interesting. Ugh, my hands are sore. What did I do?
How are your hands sore? I'm the one that's been drawing this entire
Shush,
time.
I'm not gonna play. I just keep cracking my... I feel like I need compression gloves, because I've been cracking my knuckles. Would have been hunting down anyone with doctor mentality or trying to continue his legacy. Okay. Because the reason I'm asking is because I was like, oh, I feel like Evie would do this, but then I was like, I feel like actually Kazan would have it covered. On the side, helping anyone he could, especially children, orphan children. Okay. So I feel like I was sort of right. I thought that Kazan was specifically going to take care of Lucy.
Excuse me.
I thought specifically Kazan was going to take care of Lucy. I feel like I'm kind of right with the orphan children thing. But that's why I was like curious, because I remember like at the end, I was thinking, I was like, I feel like Evie would have either taken care of Lucy, but if Kazan had that covered, then he would have been the way Ace set it up. I didn't want to impose that. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because I was literally the same way. I was like, oh yeah. Like, oh, we went over to Lucy? Because I was about to ask. I was like, hey, I know that Lucy's, like, all sad. Like, her dad just died. I don't think that we would just abandon her. Like, you know? The Kaz would have definitely kept in contact with Lucy. Yeah. I kind of figured we all would have.
Squirt wouldn't have.
Oh. Oh, yeah, what would Squirt have done?
I mean, I don't think Squirt ever actually, like, met Lucy prior to her getting turned.
I guess that's true. Kaz would have never, always had her back and call. That's true, it's true. But I was like, oh, I feel like there's a couple of different things Evie would have done. One would have been made sure that Lucy was okay. You know, Tiefling gotta stick together, right? Two would have tried to help Scar with his issues with Patema. And three would have, hello. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that at all. Armories?
Armories.
How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Kaz, some guy said something mean to me. I'm ready. Go. Like, there you go. Oh, okay, we got it right. That's good. Hope you're doing well.
Oh boy. Okay. I think that's the line art done.
Kaz would have shown up and suffocated him in his sleep. No one. Most people put a French accent on it when they first say it. Amaury? I don't know. I don't know.
More like...
Oh, Amories. Oh.
But it's
I was right,
armor.
Armories. It's Armories. Or I guess that's the...
Armor spelled the Canadian way.
Yeah. or not necessarily Canadian. British? Do British spell it that way?
I don't know what the British do.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
You sound goofy.
You mean the British way? Whatever.
Yeah, see, I was right. You're wrong.
The British way.
The British way. No.
Sorry. Apologies.
Oh my god. Why did you choose? Sorry, you're just really funny.
I'm not funny. Shut up.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I feel like either that or I feel like Evie, yeah? I feel like Evie would have been like her Gramps in taking care of people. You know, sort of what you were just saying Kaz would do, so maybe they'd work together. Do you remember the design for Beta Kazran? I feel like he had white hair for some reason. I don't remember. Better not get it wrong again or I'll have to colonize ya. You hear that, Mal?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are you
it
British?
Won't happen again.
Are you British? Is that why it's spelled that way? Or, I wonder if... I don't think Canadians spell it that way.
I know Canadians spell a lot of things weird.
I don't think they do. I think you're wrong. Unfortunately...
Yeah, no, it is spelled that way. It
Okay.
is the Canadian way. It's also the British way. but-
Okay, yeah. It's just, unfortunately I am. I see. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's how I am when people are like, oh, you're American? I'm like, unfortunately. Like, yeah, I am.
Okay.
But it was a black and white drawing. Oh. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember now. Yes. He had little... Maybe I'm thinking of... Oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Kylie? That's not her name. Kazran's sister...
Oh my god. How does she say her
Kaylee.
name?
Kaylee? No.
Kaylin.
Caitlin! Oh my god. I was thinking of Firefly. But,
Okay.
Caitlin, thank you. Didn't Kazran have goggles and kind of look a little bit like Benji, I feel like? Or maybe I'm like so far off. Maybe I don't remember. Send it to me again, okay? I feel like I remember, but I do remember! Okay, I knew it. I was so right. I'm giving myself a pat on the back for that one. Oh, look at Eris. Oh my god, she's so pretty!
I know, right? She's beautiful.
Here's a mix of Albedo, Bennett, and Razor. Oh, how the tables have turned. Oh, you're coloring it?
Yes, of course I'm coloring it.
With the lasso tool?
Because this line art is a little bit, not fully opaque.
Yeah, but wouldn't it just make sense to, like, go along the edges with color?
No.
Since you're already going... Okay. You're the boss man.
I am the boss, man.
You should probably do the colors as separate layers, though, so you can mess around with the colors. Since you're
Yeah.
not sure what to do.
I probably will.
Messing with the colors is one of my favorite things. Oh, also, Sky. Oh, no, stop. Sky, did you, thank you for the follow, Hut Armories. I said it right. Hope you stick around. Oh, Sky. Oh, what was I just gonna say? I distracted myself. Mm-hmm.
God, what I'm doing.
I'm so sorry. I totally... Oh! Did you see our Don't Starve video? Because Mal made the thumbnail and it looks great and I'm very happy. Oh, you stream too? What do you stream? Oh, I'm gonna guess art because you said creative people. You stream art? Did I what? No. I'm an armor.
I thought so. I had it in my head. I was like,
That's-
are you an armorer?
That's so cool. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. That blew my mind. What? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, and you have a PNG? That's so cute.
Woo. And Korean leather worker, and I do 3D modeling and makeup sometimes, and sewing. Do you do cosplay? Wah. Here, I'll send you the link. I'll put it in chat of the video we worked on. Because I worked hard on it, and Mal also worked hard on it. It was a team effort, but I worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
Yep, right now I'm building Nemesis from Hades 2. That's so cool! Oh my gosh. I followed you because that is, I agree, cool people to raid. That's awesome. That is so cool. I've been wanting to get into cosplay. I have, I'm hoping either next semester or next semester, I'm going to be taking my costuming class for theater. So I'm going to be learning more about like sewing and stuff like that. And I also have this, there's the makerspace, which has a lot of sewing stuff that I've been meaning to mess with. I hit the metal with the hammer till it looked pretty. Cosplayers. Anything I know about cosplay is from Eggfather. I've been wanting to get more into cosplay. I used to try, but I never posted anything. I was just the kind of person that would go all out for Halloween because I wanted to cosplay, but I was scared of being made fun of. But now I'm more confident, so I'm not as scared anymore.
You just don't have time.
Mm-hmm. I was an armor smith before my friends bullied me into cosplay. Ah, I see. That's so cool. Do you ever go to like Renaissance festivals or anything like that? I've only been, what, twice? Three times?
Twice.
Twice. No, I feel like it was 3 times. I think we went to it first ourselves, and then we brought Brady, and then we brought Maddie.
Oh.
I think. We don't have those? Is that I didn't even... Huh. I guess that makes sense. I guess I didn't think about that. That it would only be an American thing. Is it an American thing? I don't know. Egg has some really cool cosplays, can confirm. I agree. Man, now I'm like inspired and stuff to do cosplay. I've been wanting to cosplay my D&D characters. That sounds like fun. Like, you know, no one will know what I am, but I'll be happy. Like, you know, that's all that matters, right? Thank you too, Hal. You're welcome. He has 2 talents I'm proud of as a friend. Cosplay and edits. Only 2? Wow. I used to... I'm sorry. I'm making fun. I'm poking fun. I used to work in a castle 5 minutes down the road. Medieval things don't have quite the novelty they do in America. What? That's so cool. Wow.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm waiting to hear back about the cosplay I commissioned for this year. Oh, I hope your commissioner responds back. I think communication is really important with commissions. I've heard some horror stories on both sides because of communication. I go to LARP though, about 3,500 players. We have some LARP things here, but usually not that many players. I have all the face paint and scar makeup stuff for Lucius. All I need is the outfit and horns. Oh yeah. We have a castle near me too. What? Huh? Actually... Well, okay, I probably shouldn't say this. But, there's another campus for the college I'm at in Luxembourg, I think. And it's basically a castle from what I've heard. Working in a castle sounds so cool. I think there's like 3 castles and then 30-minute drive at my house. The only reason I know of that is because one of my friends was like, oh yeah, I'm transferring to the Luxembourg castle. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what the hell does that mean?
Okay.
Constant... I can't say word.
Constantia.
My house was a Victorian quarry, then a Victorian couch stable. We dug out the garden to make a pond, and we found a horse skeleton still connected to a carriage? Whoa. That's a story, that's for sure. Interesting. That is a really interesting sounding, like, place. Buttocks? And now the quarry has a forest growing in it. Wow.
I need to put the eyes over top.
I like living in the middle of nowhere. I hate cities. I don't really like... Oh.
I didn't put
Is the selection... Did you lose a selection? No, it's still there. Whew. Holy gee whiz, a whole skeleton? I don't really like living in cities either. I mean... Yeah. I have mixed feelings. Like, I guess it's ambivert, right? Like, I like hanging out with people, but oh my god, do I need my alone time. I, like, went quiet for, like, a whole day. Like, didn't speak because I was just so done. That sometimes happens. It's rare. It used to happen, I think, a lot more when I was younger. Where I would just be like, and I'm done. I'm not talking anymore. Like, more or less. I don't know how many bones a horse has, but we still have its skull laying around. Wait, you got to keep it? I guess that makes sense. Huh. Wild. Yellow eyes. Well, I mean, we dug it up. That is true. I guess I was, like, thinking, like, landscapers. But I guess it is yours. Oh, that kind of reminds me of the story. Well, I was, like, in astronomy class. So, you know meteorites? Like, okay. Number one, when it's, like, before it's in the... Now we rented a digger, but yeah, I'm guessing you got to keep it because it was on your property. But, there's... Before they're in the atmosphere, they're meteoroids. And then when they're falling from the sky, they're meteors. And then when they hit the ground, they're meteorites. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, meteorites happen pretty often. And sometimes they don't burn up in the sky and they come down to the ground. And when that happens, oh my god, it's a bit chaotic. And there's this one town, I forget where it is. Oh, what is it? They got hit by a meteorite twice.
Like really sizable ones.
Yeah, like, we're like, and when they come crashing down, and like, they're kind of tiny, but because of all that force, they bounce around like a bouncy ball, destroying everything in their path. This, like, married couple had it crash into their house. Bam, it hit the floor. Flew up, bam, it hit the ceiling. Bam, it flew down. Doon, 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 doon. It hit everywhere. And then they got to keep the meteorite. So... and they like put a little plaque on their bench that said hit by meteorite because it was like a special moment for them. Also, the UK has different laws about stuff coming out of the ground than the US. One of the most famous Joanna Newsom songs, chorus, is about this. Like, if I remember correctly, you guys have a limit on how much rainwater you can collect and stuff? I think that's true, yeah. It's a little silly. I don't really know why. Well, technically that is a rule. You don't super, I mean...
Who enforces it? No one.
Yeah, who's gonna be checking your water? Like, for us, rainwater is public property. I mean, that makes way more sense, yeah. I don't know who owns rainwater. I like these eyes.
Oh, shoot.
What are you...
I need to make them gray.
Pretty. Are her eyes naturally monochromatic, or is it because of the scar?
It's because of the scar.
Okay.
Speaking of the scar, where is it? There it is.
And I think we by rights own everything within 10 meters of the lowest point of your house. Bearing pipes and cables and stuff that are installed. You own them? That's definitely not how it is here, I'm pretty sure. That doesn't really work. Oh, not included. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, that doesn't really make sense because you... I see. Forgive me, I am a little bit of a silly boy. I don't... I'm really bad with words and stuff. Unless you installed them, I mean, public water mains and wires and such. Yeah. That makes sense. There are some weird rules, like... I mean... This is probably, like, not that weird, actually. But, like, do you guys ever have, like, neighborhood rules? Because... I have neighborhood rules. And I remember I was really upset because I was, like, little kid at this point. Right? The cool kids had underground pools. Right? My dad was like, that's too expensive, and also we live on a hill, so we can't even do that, right? And even if we did do that, that would be like doubly expensive as if it was normally, you know? So, no. But we'll get an above ground pool, which apparently was against the rules. And we bought it, and we filled it up, and we had it, and it was fine for 2 years until someone was like, actually, you're not allowed to have that. And then I wasn't allowed to play mermaids anymore, and it was the worst. But if you dig something up, unless it's classed as of historical significance, you keep it. If you go mining and find a big vein of ore or oil that you would need a permit to collect apart, if you go mining and find a big vein of ore or oil that you would need a permit to collect, apart from the little bit within 10 meters of your house or something like that. Okay. Interesting. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, because I've never dug up anything of historical significance in my house, right? But I feel like if you dug up something of historical importance, right? It is yours, and people would have to buy it off of you, right? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it is, but I also do not know, because I've never been in that situation.
Actually, I'm gonna just clip it.
Stuff of historical significance is investigated. If they decide it has been dropped at random or by mistake, you can keep it. If it's part of a tomb or burial site, it's considered public property. Well, that's a bit of a... Yeah, if it's your house, though, it's like... That kind of sucks. But, I mean, it is a bit understandable if it's like a burial site. Oh, are you marking out the skin instead? That's smarter.
No.
What? Are you gonna clip it to the skin?
I'm marking the hair.
Okay, my brain just isn't working, I guess. They also may class it as a protected structure, in which case, can't touch it, you're just stuck with it. Well, that doesn't sound fun. Can they at least like give you money to deal with it? I don't know. Never really been in those kinds of situations, though I've never really owned a house, so at least not my my parents own a house. I don't. I live in a dorm. I'll probably live in an apartment for a long period of time. Does anyone else okay, I look way into the future all the time. I say that I can actually physically see it. I'm just constantly overthinking. I do it all the time. We have the National Trust. They are a charity that takes care of historical buildings and stuff. I see. Okay.
Oh shoot, I didn't do that entire section of hair. Excusez-moi.
Oopsie whoopsie. Maybe a Dr. Pink? A Dr. Pink? A darker pink.
Dr.
Overthinking be
Pink.
wild. I remember a funny story now. Ooh, do tell. Well, like, sometimes overthinking is like a little bit of like a positive thing for me. I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I'm going to college because I can do what I like and really want to do with my life. And then other times I'll be like, oh, dude, my anxiety's been through the roof lately because I've just been having terrible, terrible nightmares. Like, I don't even know how to like describe them without me sounding like insane. Like, the thing with my nightmares is they're not like, ooh, jump scare scary. They're like psychologically terrifying, which pfft, sucks. I noticed something and I don't want to say it.
What?
I won't say it
Why not?
because, hold on, I'll just
Look, it's this little piece of.
I'll just. I'll just look up a little. Look like there aren't any matches? That's not true.
Saddest.
Oh,
You're trying
you're
to.
right.
I have drawn these on a layer that I should.
Maybe I'm going crazy. But I feel like she slightly looks like Technoblade in Satis's art style. Look at, like, specifically. Look at this.
Well, okay. That's an interesting thing.
Look, the half braid. Not the half braid, the half bangs. And then the braid on the side.
Oh my god.
So there was a street of new buildings, and at the end of it was a really old pub. The company that built the new buildings wanted to demolish it and turned it into houses, so they bought it, and without waiting for planning permission, demolished it. Turns out it was the only building in the block that had survived the bombing of World War II, so they were fined and forced to rebuild it brick by brick exactly the same. Oh my god. They just, oh yeah, we'll just destroy it without thinking. I think that's a better pink.
Yeah. Then for Ziska, let's go like.
That would be a bit bright.
We shall see. We shall see.
How are you doing, Moo Weird? It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it is a little.
It's a little bit of a like salmony color.
I'll figure it out. Just give me a second.
I really like the way she's looking though. So pretty. I'm excited about session 0 tonight. I do need to double check with everyone that I'm okay to stream session 1 and forward, right? Because I don't think we're doing anything. Session 0 we usually don't do anything, do we?
I'm gonna take away the freaking
Line art?
for it. Where is it? Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe just add like a bit of a darker rim. Not like straight up line art, but like slightly darker brown like texture to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, can do that.
Yeah! Oh, that looks good. Look at you, so talented. That definitely. Mwah, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I feel like we haven't played D&D in forever, which is so not true. It's been a week. It's been a week, but I don't know. I guess building a new character is always so exciting. You know? It's one of my favorite parts. I just hate writing it down. Like, you know, I have the idea in my head. Oh, that reminds me, I need to find a backstory. Not a backstory, a background.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I've got my
itching for a
background.
session. Oh, good for you. I don't. I'm itching for a session. Oh yeah, are you only in Sky's campaign? Oh, so you've been deprived. You've been D&D deprived. At this point, I'm gonna whip together my own campaign. I really, really, really want to make my own campaign. Like I was saying earlier, like me and Mal were like thinking about it, and like I kind of like do have a start, you know? I just want to like solidify the world a little bit more, but I have like characters and a story and a beginning and a middle and an end, you know? Have like different arcs. It would be so good. I definitely want to make one at some point. And I might, instead of streaming it, record it so I can like edit it and get timing down for music like perfect. You know? We'll see, you know? It'd be fun. The way I have it in my brain is like, oh, perfect. You know? But also it'd be my first time DMing, so maybe not perfect. We'll see. Oh, she's depressed. Look at her.
Give me this color. It'll
You just
put it on
undid it.
another layer. I know.
Oh, you're gonna opacity it.
Yeah.
I see. Makes sense. She looks so good so far! I love this style. I love this everything. It looks so good. I do have something in mind that is kind of Undertale themed, but it specifically deals with the whole soul idea and what Alphys was doing in the lab, so it'll be more creepy. Ooh. Dude, that part of the story terrifies me. The amalgamations, oh my god. Oh my god, wait. Speaking of Undertale, I had a big brain theory not too long ago. I tweeted about it and everyone made fun of me, but I'm telling you, I think I'm onto something, okay? Deltarune, okay? Which I recommend everyone play Deltarune. I'm so excited for when the next chapters come out. I will definitely be playing the entire thing from beginning to end on stream probably. Right? Because I love Deltarune. I already played the first 2 chapters, but I'll play them again. Just to remind myself of everything that happened, right? I think that Deltarune, I'm saving up for the next chapters of Deltarune, okay? I think it's possible that Deltarune is a prequel to Undertale. Now, I know. I sound crazy because, oh my god, no, Azriel's like a college student and Azriel's like a kid and the... I know. Shush, okay? I think the reason why is because I think time works real wonky behind the barrier with all of the monsters. I think time's a little messed up, especially with the amount of resets, right? I think life's a little messed up. Clearly memories are warped in the underground. Like if you think of like Sans and Papyrus in the way that they are with like resets and just in general some like, even if you reset the entire game, Sans is not the only one to sort of remember stuff, right? Some people will like say some things slightly differently, hinting that they kind of feel like they sort of know you. Things like that. All very interesting. Okay? I sort of imagine the horns being like a dark red, sort of like your demon form.
Listen, I'm
Okay,
trying to
I'm
figure
not
it
saying just change it. I'm just whatever. Whoops.
Not what I meant to do. I need to...
But I think time works differently in the underground, number 1. Number 2, Deltarune clearly takes place in like at least the 2000s. Like there's computers, are there phones? It feels like really early 2000s, right? With like, specifically in the second version of the game, there's like arcade machine, I think, at some point. That's not really something that you see now, right? 2010 at like the latest. Kara fell down 2001X, right? I mean, 2010 at the latest, 2019 at the highest. Kara, who was the first human to fall down. And it seems like Deltarune takes place in like the 2000s. We were told, oh, it's not Undertale 2, it's not Undertale 2, it's not a sequel. I don't think we've ever heard him say it's not a prequel. Okay. Right? That's a pretty color. You know? But what about Asriel? I think that the monsters sort of forgot all about their life with humans. I don't think... I'll have to replay Undertale to like be sure of this. But like all of the humans, all of the monsters, I don't think they remember what it's like to have humans in their life.
Well, yeah, they don't. Most of them are not old enough.
Well, you say old enough. I don't think they know how long they've been trapped down there. They have no way to pass the time and know how much time has actually passed. And there's been so many resets because of Flowey, because of like Kara, because of Frisk, right? Because of you, the player, right? There's no way they can know how much time has genuinely passed. They can't see the sun rise. They have no way to tell time.
This is true.
I don't think they know how long they've been down there. And I think it's possible they've been down there for not that long, right? But it feels like it's been forever because of how messed up time has been. I think the monsters in some ways could have also been reset themselves to younger ages, to completely erase their brains of what it was like being on the surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I sound crazy. I'm aware, right? But I also think I'm slightly onto something, you know? I think that's a really interesting theory. I know, right? And everyone called me foolish. Actually, I dig it. I am the theory master. My brain is huge. Everyone made fun of me, but I'm big braining it over here, okay? We'll see as time goes on. Oh, and that reminds me, I think Chris and Kara are kind of one and the same as well. Cause Chris is like a human that's been living with monsters in like a monster village, right? And already we can tell that monsters probably aren't appreciated that much, right? Because they're kind of like in their own area. Chris is the only human in a monster village on the human surface, you know? I have to ask now, who do you think the knight is? Oh, I know who the knight is. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because that's kind of revealed in chapter 2. Isn't it? Have you played chapter 2? Because if not, I won't say. But I'm like, pretty much 100% positive I know who the knight is. I played chapter 2 a few times. I think it's Chris, right? At the end, Chris opens up a, like, portal thingy, right? Not a portal, the thing that makes the places, you know? And it reveals like the TV. The next one's gonna be in TV world, isn't it? Chris rips their soul out, right? And you're just helplessly watching as they create a portal in their own home where Susie and their mom and everyone they care about is. And then they put the soul back and then they pretend like they don't know what just happened. Right? Did I make that scene up?
No, you didn't.
Okay. I'm like... But doesn't that make Chris the knight? Wait, the smoke thing? Maybe? Is that what I'm thinking of? Was it smoke?
No.
They like stabbed the ground and
Stabbed the ground and then...
boom, 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 like things happened.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, I think it's Chris because, well, number one for that scene, and number two, I'm pretty sure at the very beginning they call Chris a human, but their like appearance is a knight. Like they have a shield and a sword. They look like a knight. They have armor too. They're a knight. Yeah, wasn't it smoke or like gas? Maybe. It kind of seemed like they were making. Oh, it's a fountain, right? One of the dark fountains or whatever. I think what ends up happening, Chris does all of this. The humans blame the monsters, and now the monsters get put in the mountain. Chris wants to be with their family, falls down the thing. Their family doesn't remember them because of all this stuff. They go by new name, Kara, but the name will change based on whatever you, the player, decide, because Kara's not in control. You are. Bam, bam, bam. That's my opinion. And that's why Chris is a mixture of Frisk and Kara. And that's why at the beginning of Deltarune, they're like, no, you don't get a choice this time. Because, well, in Undertale, you were in charge the entire time. In Deltarune, this is Chris's story. This is the prequel. I think I'm onto something.
Chris didn't get a choice about being separated from their family.
I think I'm onto something. I think I'm like, going.
Actually a good theory.
Uh-huh. I know. I'm genius. I don't hear anyone talking about it though. I kind of looked it up after I was like, is Deltarune a prequel? And I saw like, I think one article about it. And it wasn't even a popular like theory thing, you know? But I think I'm onto something.
Maybe it would be better if I did this.
Ba-ba-dum. Maybe silver? Instead of gold? Like their Deadeye? I think Chris is gonna full-on gain control at some point in the game, and we're gonna be forced to sit and watch for a while. That could be the case. No. I was thinking more the handle is silver, and then...
I tried that, and it did not look good.
Then never mind. Maybe if you add more colors, then it will become clear what to do with the jewels. Right? I could totally see that. I feel like that will happen at some point, especially if my theory is right, and I'm just saying it now because when the chapters do come out and I'm right, I want to laugh, like maniacal laugh. That's the best thing about theories is when you're right. When you're wrong, you can just be like, well, I didn't know. But when you're right, you're like, actually, I'm a genius. And everyone should listen to me all the time. You know? Something else I find kind of funny. I don't think that game theory, like MatPat, will ever do a theory on Undertale again because of the hate he got for the Sans' Nest theory. So I don't think he's gonna.
He should have.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna touch Deltarune though. You know?
I think game theory as a whole touched Deltarune. MatPat did not.
He knows. He knows people were mad about him about the Sans' Nest theory.
I'm putting this like this.
I remember that. I remember the memes that came out after that. Oh, it was so funny. Also, the Spamton fight is so hard. Dear Lord, forget the Spamton fight, okay?
The teacups that you used to get to the Spamton fight.
The teacups to get to the Spamton fight, impossible. That took me longer than the actual Spamton fight. How's my favorite sibling duo? I'm doing pretty good.
Our brains are expanding.
Yeah, I'm just over here predicting the end of Deltarune. And also, we're making D&D characters. Well, Mal's making their D&D character. I'm just watching.
Yeah.
My D&D character won't be drawn for a while, and I know that.
Where's...
But look at her, isn't she pretty? Her name is Eris, and that is all you get to... Well, she's a satyr, that's all you get to know. Teacups made me rage quit for half an hour. That was the hardest part of the fight. The teacups, leading up to the fight. It was terrible. I wanted to cry. Because, and the worst part is, every time you... No. It was the teacups to flip a switch, and then you had to go back up the teacups and not die, going down and up, and then you had to save and pray to God, and then you can fight him. Right?
It was terrible.
I think the first time I went down, I grabbed the thing, I went up, because you had to grab a key or something to like power him on. I went down, I grabbed the thing, I went up, and then I went straight to Spamton, and I died, and then I had to do it again. And I was like, nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. That was my least favorite thing in the world. I'm never... Here's the thing, if I'm gonna play Deltarune again, I'm probably going to do the completionist route. It means I'm going to fight Spamton. I haven't made a PC in a while, and I have become the Forever DM. Woo! Kind of congrats. I guess becoming the Forever DM, I guess. Some people like it. Sometimes people call it a curse. Some people are like, no, but I get to tell the story. And others are like, but I want to play, you know? It's probably good to be able to be both. I really want to make a PC as well. I've been like, it's both, yeah. I've been like, well, your birthday's coming up. Mine, I'm going to say it's coming up. It's not really, but I'm gonna beg my dad for a PC so that me and Morgan, me and Mal can have our own PCs, you know? I hate sharing one. I want my own. I'm probably gonna build it because that's the best. That's the best way you can get to the best thing. Also, I keep watching. I meant PC as in player character.
Yeah, I was like, did you?
I was wondering.
About Forever DM.
I was wondering why those two things were together. Oh.
I was like, I really hope you just realized
I'm a silly Billy.
and you're just talking about PCs because it reminded you.
I didn't. I haven't made a PC in a while and I've become a Forever DM. That makes way more sense. I thought you were saying like two separate sentences because I was like, how are you doing? And you're like, man, I wish I was making a computer and also I'm a Forever DM. I feel really silly now. Oh my god. I make plenty of characters as a DM, but they are never me. That makes way more sense. Okay. Oh my god. I'd like to be a DM soon-ish, maybe. After this campaign, there's probably one more campaign I want to do because there's one other player I want to play. And then I will probably really focus on making my own campaign. You know? Unless I'm probably going to come up with more ideas for characters. Because of course I am. Currently running 3 separate role plays. I'm always busy. Like 3 separate campaigns? Or is it all the same campaign but with like different groups, like different tables? Whew, that's a lot. No matter what it is, it's... whoa. Do you like it? Do you like DMing? I'm gonna guess you do, but... otherwise you probably wouldn't be doing it. Yep, different campaigns. Whoa. Holy. I love it. That's awesome. We were sort of talking earlier about like Mal's $1 million idea to make like a homebrew website, like a social media thing. Sort of like, I guess Reddit, but like only for homebrew stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do any homebrew? I feel like I wouldn't be able to do homebrew. I would probably... That's a lot of work. I made my own system entirely recently. Woo! That's like... mega homebrew. Interesting. What's this? Oh, I don't understand. I know that Jeff's been telling us about like Pathfinder and like being like, no, but the magic system is better than D&D and so on and so forth. And he's probably right. I don't know. I've never played Pathfinder, but I guess like the classes of magic are like specific and I don't know. It's based off of Blades in the Dark. I don't know what that is. Covenant in Dark Souls 3? No, that's Blades of the Dark Moon. That's not what I meant. Blades in the Dark. I can't. Why did I say something entirely different? In the Dark. It's a really fun D6 system. I see. Oh wait, I feel like I might have heard of this. There's like, on TikTok, I get like really random like role-playing games like recommended to me where people are like, this is a game where you and all your friends get to be teenagers making playlists and that's your power. Or there's one that's like, oh, you and your friends get to be magical girls, and the list goes on and they all sound very interesting. I can give you a basic idea of the rules. That's masks. See what I mean? Like, tons of different ones. All very interesting. But yeah, go ahead, lay down the laws of the land. I'm interested. Teenage Superheroes is a D6 system called Masks. Also good. Ah! Oh, I heard of that one too. Yes. I remember. There's also this other one that's like about playlists, I think. I forget what that one is called. Hold on. Let me see if I can look it up. Playlist Teenagers Role Play Tabletop RPG. That didn't help me. I feel like it was called the Ultimate Playlist or something. For some reason. I don't see it though.
Maybe you made it up.
I don't think I did. It had something. They were like, oh, whenever you play D&D, is your favorite part of the process of making a playlist for your characters? Well, then this is the perfect D&D TTRPG for you. And that's what it is. Blades is a D6 system, and how it works is very simple. If you have a skill, roll dice to level up to 4. Okay. Interesting. From the cover art, it kind of looks like a rogue thing. Like it's more focused on like sneaky instead of like... I don't know. Maybe it's just because it looks like they got a rogue on the front. Mal had to sort of make... Maybe it was kind of a TTRPG, right?
No.
For your games class, you made basically a tabletop version of Costume Quest.
I made a card game version of Costume
Yeah, but you
Quest.
kind of were thinking of making a TTRPG, which would have been cool.
Yeah, but I didn't have the time to do that.
That's true. I bet you could sort of make like a homebrew thing for that though. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about being criminals. Ah, I see. That's fun. You might get the flats done.
I'm hoping, but I have outfits.
I just had a... I was about to say... Oh, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Be right back because my dad's calling. Okay, am back. Sorry, my dad called. I basically stripped the system for parts and made it into your standard adventure style RP. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I've been really interested in like, I find it really interesting all the different ways people like play D&D. Some people are like, I like this rule, or I don't like this rule, or this is the way I do things, or this is not the way I do things. And it all works. Also, something I wanted to say. Because you have the clothes as a toggleable because you wanted to see the muscles, if ever there was a situation where like, say we have to go to a ballroom and we all have to get dressed up, perfect! You can draw the dress! That would be so cool, right?
Dude.
So I think you should do the same for my character.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yay. For example, let's say you roll 3 dice because you have level 3 skirmish. Oh! Oh! Okay, that makes me... I thought you were saying that, like... I thought you were saying you level up with, like, a d6. And I was like, I feel like that would make you level up really fast. No, that makes way more sense. Oh, that's probably better because it makes sense. You'd like... I like that. That's cool. That example helped me understand it a lot better. Nope, DM rewards EXP at the end of every session. Okay. That's what I was like... Alright. So, you roll up to 4. Once you're like level 6 in that skill, you'll still roll 4. Would you get like, is there still modifiers or no? Also, hi Nameless. Satyrs are cool. I had an idea for a satyr. I might turn her into an NPC in a campaign I make if I ever make one. She was a satyr. And she's a lawyer. So she's a bard. And so she'll go, objection! And that's basically, vicious mockery. I think it'd be funny. 4 is max, and there are special abilities that will allow you to roll more than 4. Okay. But no modifiers? Is it just like the amount of dice? And then like... I have to know. Do you think part 2 to Sky's campaign will be future or past? Because I can't remember if she said what time it will be. I don't know either. I feel like if it's future, then everything will end up okay. Like in this campaign, hopefully, right? Which kind of makes me think it's past because I have a little bit of a suspicion we're not getting a happy ending. I hope we get a happy ending. But honest to God, I'm like, you know, I don't know. There are some things that act similar to modifiers. Okay. But I like the idea of like rolling more dice for higher skills. But what that does mean is like, you can't roll high at all if you don't have any skill. You know? Which maybe that's the point, like that's, you know, if you're good at something, you're gonna be good at it. Incorrect, actually, really. Because I feel like the highest you could roll is like a 6 if you only have like 1 dice. Right? That's like at max. Versus if you have 3, you could roll 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21. No. Not 21. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Do you know those like Schoolhouse Rock things? Yeah, that's how I learned how to count my numbers, and that's still how I count my numbers. On my fingers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Ba-dum, ba-dum. I believe that one took place in a, like, baseball park for some reason. That's the way I'm remembering it in my brain. Am I right?
I have no idea.
You're
think
useless. I do think you know. How do you count your numbers?
I mean, I do that as well. But,
Uh-huh.
like, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I was taught, literally, okay, my 3rd grade math teacher, when I was in 3rd grade, that's when we were supposed to learn how to count. But my math teacher ended up having a baby, so she had to go on maternity leave. So we had, like, a different teacher for, like, the majority of the school year. And, she taught us how to count, and I will never forget her because she made it so easy for me, and I feel like she's the reason I'm good at math.
Oh. Let's say you have no skill in something. Roll 2d6 and take the lower number. You can still get a 6. When you roll, you usually take the highest number. Oh. Okay. That makes sense.
Now I have her outfit. Hello.
How did you learn how to count? How did she teach?
She taught good.
You said it like it's like the magic way to count.
She just taught us like various songs for all of the different numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like freaking for 7 it was happy birthday. So it was like 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63,
I
and
can't.
70. Cha cha cha.
How do you? That's not even remembering the numbers. Those still sound like random numbers to me.
Yeah, well, it sounds like lyrics to me.
Okay. All more dice do is add consistency to your results. I did notice that whenever you have like something that's like, oh, 10d6 versus 6d10s, always take the 10d6. Right? I mean, yeah. Right? Because the 6d10s, you have like a chance to roll 1 10 times, but on 10d6, you have a chance to roll 1 10 times. So the lowest rolls for d6, you'll still have more of than if you roll low on a d10, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it adds more consistency because you have a less chance of rolling low and more chance of rolling high. And even if you roll low, you'll still have more of that number than if you know. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does. If you roll a 1 or 3, you fail. If you roll a 4 or 5, it's a partial success. A 6 is a success, and 2 6s is a critical. Critical success? Oh! Oh, I was here thinking, okay. That's why you roll more dice. I see. That's... Yes, so you have more of a chance of getting a 6. Okay. So, then yeah. You're right. It's not really unfair if you don't have any skill at all. But it does mean that if you... Okay, yeah. That is consistent. That makes sense. I will be right back, by the way. You keep drawing.
No, don't leave me. Where are you going?
Sorry, also we have to stop at 5:30 because Dad's coming out.
Okay, well, that's great. That means we only have half an hour left. I would like to get the flats done, but I don't know if
You
I
can
will.
continue drawing off stream, or you can stream without me, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. So, I have no idea where Hal went. But since I've been abandoned, and it makes me very sad. My god. We're blinking in perfect sync. This can't be. Let me just fix that real quick. Okay, that should be better. Are we not blinking in perfect sync anymore? Please say we're not blinking. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're good. Good. I just need to oh boy. Life is hard when you cannot see what you are doing. What should I talk about? I don't talk about things very often, so I never have conversation topics sorted out. But, does anyone have a guess as to what this character's class is? Because it might surprise you. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's really obvious. But I'll let people take guesses because I'm not going to confirm anything until the day of our first session. Oh no, it's too far. That's annoying. Oh well. Shoop. Wow. Hello, you're back.
I am back.
You've returned. I thought you would never come back.
I don't know why you think that. I always come back.
Oh no, that doesn't sound very good.
Okay. Wah.
Speaking of William Afton, I'm waiting and
Speaking
waiting.
of William Afton, sure. You're waiting?
I'm waiting for the freaking final game theory video about it.
Right? Oh my god!
I don't know why.
What
He
a
just
big
has
gap.
not freaking uploaded the next one. I've been waiting for it for like.
The thing that confused me so much about the timeline video so far is he seemed to imply that the second Five Nights at Freddy's game isn't a prequel, which I swear to God was something that has been confirmed for so long that it's a prequel. I don't know when this changed. Maybe I'm missing out on some vital information. But, right? I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
I don't know. He didn't explain that.
Yeah. I'm just... My brain is confuzzled. Right? I feel like I must miss out on something because no one else seems to mention it. No one else seems to be like, oh, isn't the second game not supposed to be second? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the storybook way that he's telling it, but I also am incredibly confused by it. because, like, I feel like it makes more sense to, instead of telling it from Afton's perspective, to be telling it from, what, Michael's perspective? Because he's the one you play as, right?
I mean, I think the third video is supposed to be from Michael's perspective.
Is it?
Could be wrong.
I thought it was supposed to be after Afton, like after he died, right?
Maybe.
Or is the... I don't know, it's just confusing me so much, but even though I never understand what's going on in those videos, I watched them like baby sensory videos, you know? It's just like the thing to do to shut me up, to empty my brain, you know?
That makes sense.
Those kinds of videos are like my favorite kind of videos. The ones that aren't actually beneficial at all. I'm not actually learning anything of importance, you know?
You feel like you are.
So, like, yes. For example, Nick Robinson videos have the same vibe to me. I love Nick Robinson videos. Where, like, you're learning a lot about a specific, super strange niche topic, right? That is of no importance whatsoever, and yet you care so much. You know?
The freak? What?
We'll probably end a little bit before 5:30. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do.
This looks so
But those are my favorite type
so
of, like,
now.
YouTube videos. The ones that, like, are extremely entertaining, feel informational, but the things that you're learning, zero importance. They are not life-changing event things. They are just very random. You know?
I should definitely put all of my colors on separate layers because if I don't, I'm going to get confused.
I really like the way she's dressed. I know I said this before, but she looks like the Hermit Anna.
Oh yeah, you did say that. It's probably her hair that's making you think
I
that.
think so. Well, it's kind of the outfit too, and the horns.
Yeah, the hair, the horns, mostly.
I swear the outfit does look kind of... Hold on, let me look her up. Hermit Anna. Yeah. She's got like the flowy at the bottom, which is a skirt, right? Cloak at the top. I see it. It looks similar. She's got the bangs to the side, the horns.
Actually, why is that outfit so different from the outfit that she actually wears in her 3D? I feel like it's super different. Maybe
No, it's not.
I don't know. I had a very different memory of it, I guess.
So, you agree? Looks similar?
Guess so.
See? Told ya so.
But this outfit has substantially less layers.
Okay, continuation of earlier, but imagine if we get to run around with actual young Benji in part 2. Ooh, if it's a prequel? Okay. Here's like the mixed thing with playing a prequel though. This is the thing with it being a prequel and the thing with it being a sequel. If it's a prequel, the problem is no matter what, we probably cannot stop the Dragon War. Right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll probably, like, in part, probably be the cause of it. Right? And, if it's a sequel, then we know that everything we do in this current campaign has an ending that's probably at least decent enough that the world doesn't end. You know? Also, I wonder if Sky would be open to adding another player, because I really want you to play.
Oh, you want me to play?
Yeah. I want to play our brothers.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun. But I'm not entirely sure if I am, like, mentally going to be able to continue to do 2 campaigns. So I might not do the sequel campaign with Sky. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see how things are as things continue. But like, even though I'm sad we're not playing in Sky's campaign, I do kind of feel like I needed a break from it because it's hard to do 2 campaigns. You know? I haven't even really been playing in Aces either right now, but you know? It's hard doing things on Thursdays. Weekends are a lot easier. Seeing how all starts in Truth would be cool. That's true. It also makes sense for us to like... Oh, would we be allowed to play dragons? Like straight up dragon people? That could be cool. I didn't even think of that. That would be so cool. I want to be a dragon. I have a funny feeling that my husband and children might be dragon kind. I don't know if they have dragon blood or if they're part dragon or what, you know? But the fact that the dragons are like, oh, they have like this special blood. What if he's a royal? Did I marry a runaway prince? My brain be braining. Like, I'm just wondering, like, what the hell would make blood better? You know? I can't think. Right?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe you did run away. Maybe you did marry a runaway prince. Maybe. Did I give my husband a last name, a maiden name? Because he took her last name. Actually, now I'm really suspicious. It would make sense that he would take her last name if he didn't like his last name. Because it was of royal origin. Uh-oh. Belle's royalty? Hell yeah, she is. Oh my god. That doesn't look as gold as I thought it was going to look.
It's because I copied it from her eyes.
Why don't you take the darker part? Like the orangey.
Because it's too orange.
Is it? Oh, it is. That's so weird. Color theory at its finest. You know what? I'm going to say Belle is royalty until I find out, because that I think is a decent theory. Right? They also, according to Linrel, husband is alive, right? And you know who? Actually, I'm really on board with the royalty thing, because you wanna know who else we know counts for a ton of children? The Gemstone Prince. I think royal blood actually might be the key. I think my husband's royalty. Diddly dong dang, I think I've got it. Based off all the information we know now, that's a decent theory, okay? Did you just crack the code? I just cracked the code. We'll see what Sky has to say about it. I'm gonna just look. Next session we have with Sky, which is probably a while from now, I'll be like, Sky, I know I'm royalty. You don't have to hide it from me anymore. And she'll probably be like, what? Like, are you talking about? Literally, what even? Do you have the yellow on a different layer?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think it might be smart to play with it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just getting it down, really.
I'll go put it in the theory channel. Thank you. You can claim it as your own in case she thinks I'm ridiculous.
I see.
Shows how much confidence I have in said theory. Okay. I do not know who to raid. Shall I look in the art category?
Oh boy.
Bella's husband is royalty. Thank you, Egg. Oi!
Does not.
I think I found someone that seems pretty cool.
It's not too bad.
No one's typed in the theory channel since January. Oi! That's a bit of a thing. Okay. I'm going to raid someone because my dad is coming up pretty soon, so I'm going to raid someone who looks pretty cool. I just saw them in the art, and it looks like they're animating Ollie, and it looks amazing.
Ollie as in Kureiji Ollie.
Yes, look at, oh yeah, not headless Ollie. I'm talking about whatever. But, we'll see you all later, probably in 3 weeks, because we have spring break coming up. But thank you everyone for watching. We appreciate you all being here, and we will see you all later. Bye-bye.